Well, a very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another Flight Deck Sim live stream. Today it's the 20th of August 2020. It's 38 minutes past 8 here in the evening in the United Kingdom, and welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator. Carrying on with the theme of Microsoft Flight Simulator due to the popularity of the videos at the moment. I can't believe both of my last two live streams already have had over 200,000 views. So we're kind of keeping up with the theme there, exploring the simulator a little bit more, and today we're going to have a little bit more structure to the stream. The last two we've just been kind of flying and looking at all the different things, but today we're actually going to complete two flights. Now, ORBX very kindly got in touch and showcased and allowed me to use their scenery, which they've just released for Microsoft Flight Simulator. So that's London City, Leeds, Innsbruck, and we're going to use all three of those today. So we're going to do the first sector from London City. We're going to be going to Leeds, Bradford. Flight time will be around 1 hour, so I think we're going to do that in the Cessna Caravan. And then once that flight's complete, we're going to go from Salzburg to Innsbruck, quite a short flight, 30 minutes. We're going to use the Beechcraft Baron for that, and I'm just going to demonstrate sort of some instrument flying for you. Now, I think for the first sector, what we're going to do is live time, live weather. That way we can enjoy a bit of a sunset and then actually a night approach into Leeds, but I might actually have a little bit of a play with the settings to ensure that we have some daylight. The second sector, oh, I don't know, I haven't tested it yet. I might use snow, but I think the icing is quite aggressive in Microsoft Flight Simulator, so we might end up in an icy hole in the ground, but I think it'd be quite exciting to do, so we'll have a look about it there. So that's it. I hope you're all doing very well anyway. We can see lots of the members are in the chat as well. There's Adam Freckles, Dan Bennett, Kabata Jeddahofen. I saw Anthony T was here. Tim Fraser, hope you're doing very well. He says, get back into the Zemo mod. We're going to be back at Expo 11 at some point, guys. But yeah, Microsoft Flight Simulator having just been released, with the popularity of the videos, I'll be keeping with this theme for a short while longer. Anyway, let's jump on into Microsoft Flight Simulator. Now, I'm going to sort of show you how to set it up as well. We're going to have a look at some of the features there. Now, let me know as well in chat. I've hopefully managed to get Navigraph up and running as well. There we go. So, for those who don't know, Navigraph is a very useful chart company chart database. I'd recommend using them. I think there might be some separate thing coming out for Microsoft in time, but I've essentially programmed a little basic route for us today, starting off in London City. We're going to depart here, might do a little bit of a VFR flight down the Thames estuary, but then we're going to head northbound. We're going to head initially towards the Brookmans Park VOR. Not really following any airways today. In reality, you'd have to get zone transits and things like that. We're then going to go off to the Gampston VOR. I'll show you how to tune the VORs and navigate using them. And then we're going to head northwest towards Leeds, Bradford, and I think the runway in use today is going to be runway 14 with the wind. We're going to use live weather today. Just having a little look at the weather in Leeds now. On the Meta on my phone, if it loads up, yeah, 160.11 knots, so it'll definitely be runway 14. So we'll do an NDB procedural approach into Leeds, Bradford. Then the second sector, we'll load that up later on, but I've just selected the first sector there. But yes, I'm hoping to get my second monitor set up. I had to get a HDMI DP cable ordered, which should be on its way with me tomorrow. Then I'll be able to flick between things a lot more a lot easier for you guys. Anyway, let's jump into the sim. So world map, I think we said we're going to take the Cessna Caravan for this first sector, just because I've got a rough idea of how to work it compared to the others. And then for the second one, we're going to do the Beechcraft Baron, which I'm going to fly like the Seneca. I've got my old Seneca checklist for that. So let's start off in London City. Let's go on a random stand here, so we'll zoom on in. There's actually one of my members there, 8358 Aviator. Where's he? I'm not sure, but where's London City? We're over here, look. So let's give ourselves a little stand. It'll be runway 09 for departure. Yeah, 160.11. So let's go here. Set as departure. We're going to go to Leeds. That is Echo Golf November Mike. Leeds, Bradford, and we'll use runway 14. Now we're going to select here. They've got all these different options here, so I think if you select low altitude airways, it'll leave the option select SIDS and stars, but I'm just going to leave it direct, and then we'll navigate using the VORs. You see it's going to take 47 minutes or so, and we'll use live time to it. The sun's just about to set, so I think it'll look pretty good. So we'll have live traffic, live time, live weather, so that's all good, and we're all pretty much ready to go. So now let's select fly. AJ, what continent is he on? In real life? I'm in Europe and the UK, the same with the stream. Peter, is there a free equivalent of Navigraph? You can find a lot of free charts available, but I'd recommend Navigraph. It's about €10 a month, but you get a lot with that. Wow, 2,000 people are watching. I mean, prior to Microsoft Flight Simulator releasing, I've been streaming for about 2 years. The highest amount of views I ever got was, I think it was 1,800. Last stream we had 8,800 people watching at one point. Absolutely crazy. So if you enjoyed the video, smash the thumbs up button. Look, I'm a professional streamer. 235 likes to 2,300 viewers. That is not a good ratio. Anyway, yes, we're going to hopefully demonstrate some nice instrument flying for you today anyway. Captain Moose VATSIM. No, I know VATSIM is available for Microsoft Flight Simulator, and I'm part of the beta, but I just haven't had time to get around testing it. But we will be on VATSIM on Microsoft Flight Simulator very soon. Voice of concern. Yes, it's a smoking flight. Please wait for the no smoking light to switch off by pilot. Hey, we fly Alpaca Airways. We allow smoking at all times. Nightbot's here with the weather in London City. 2303 knots, 10k, 22 degrees. QNH is 1003. Weather's looking very nice everywhere in the UK. Will Bradshaw, what are your PC specs? They should be in the video description below, unless I forgot to update it again, but I do think we have updated it. Yes, all you need to do is scroll down the video description and find it all there. Michael Nonsense, how has your work been affected by COVID-19? I had 4 months on furlough. I went back to work only 3 weeks ago. So yeah, keep an eye on social media. I'd take the odd few likes. I take the odd few photos here and there as well. Wow, thanks guys, 500 likes just like that. That's what I usually get in a normal stream. It's just absolutely crazy. Charlie Pryor, did you fly real life today? No, I'm on my days off. AJ, very commonly asked question. I'm sure one of the members or moderators will help you out there. Marcin says, find my house. Unbelievable. Thanks, Listerman. Oh, wow, look at this. It's going to be proper night time. Here we are in London City. Now, it's up to you. Do you want to leave it at live time and do a bit of a night flight? Or do you want me to crank the time back an hour so we can enjoy a sunset? Let me know, let me know. I think it looks pretty epic at night, to be fair. Right, let's go ready to fly. All the lighting's on for me already. So this is ORBX London City. Which is, oh, my sim's just having a little bit of an FPS stuff. Usually it's all loading in. I've got the city pack here. I have a little explore of the airport first. So if I go to showcase, and I think if I remember rightly, yes, so they had this drone camera. I'm not a big fan of it. It's not as good as X-Plane's camera system. In fact, I can't even remember how to rotate. There we are. So yeah, I mean, it's typical ORBX quality. Very high quality. I mean, look at that. Nighttime. I guess we'll just do live time, live weather, then a bit of authenticity, won't it? But yes, it does look. I have the ORBX scenery for London City as well. I mean, I'll have a little bit of a explore. Look at that. You can see some traffic there. I think that'll be. This is. I've got live real world traffic on there, so you can see I'm struggling with this camera. How do I twist it? There we go. But yes, it does look resplendent. Look, we've got all the spotlights here. You can even, I think you can even look inside the buildings, perhaps. I'm not sure. Anyway, you're all here to see me fly, not mess around with the camera views. But yes, go check out the ORBX scenery. Right, let's. How do I jump back into the flight deck? Oh no, that's not it. Cockpit. I think I'll just do that. There we are. Oh, I'm looking at. Oh my goodness. Have I got a? Wow. On my head, it would appear I have a caver's light, or a fireman's light, whatever you want to call it. That's pretty cool. That's something I don't have in real life. Who have we got here? Well, thank you very much, David G, for the $5. Glad to hear you're back doing some work flying, Captain. Thank you very much, David G. Sure, it's nice to be back flying again. Thanks again, Alan Davis, who's been here for a long time for the £5. You'll be missing all the weather over Northern Ireland and west of Scotland. Looking forward to another live stream, which will no doubt be awesome. Thank you very much, Alan Davis. It's very, very kind. Yes, I do have a lamp, Adam. Someone's put it on my head. Right, anyway, let's. I'm not sure if I like it or not. How do I turn it off? That's the main thing. Right, let's get some power here. I've got the little default checklist here to get us started. So pre-flight. Let's get the. Oh my goodness me! Let's get the fuel selectors on. How much fuel did I actually select for this sector? I hope we've got sufficient. It's a very basic checklist for the caravan as well. Generate, no, engine ignition switch to normal, which it already is. Prop lever to idle. Really? I think we'll put full forward on that. Oh, power lever to idle. I was going to say prop lever max RPM. Starting engines, alright, battery. Very basic checklist. Put the beacon on. That tells the ground crew to stay well clear of the aircraft, which is just here. Avionics number one switch on. I vaguely remember having to leave the avionics off when I was doing my instrument rating. Thank you very much, Darren. He's just joined again as a member. Welcome aboard, sir. Glad you are re-enjoying the content. Is that a word? It is now. Thank you very much, buddy. Welcome back. Right, I'll put. Oh, all right. The avionics master switch seems to... Ah, that's really cool. So when it's cold and dark, they simulate that you have the torch on, and then when you put the avionics on, obviously the flight deck lighting's available, so it turns the light off. That's a really, really cool thing. I like that. Fuel boost pump on then. And we'll get the aircraft started, engines running, and then we'll load up the FMC and everything. And we're gonna avoid using the GPS. We're gonna use conventional navigation all the way there. Thank you very much, Noah Featherstone, being here since before the streams. Awesome to see how far the channel's come. Keep it up, man. Thank you so much, buddy. And
system test. Okay.
TORS. That'll be some sort of terrain awareness warning system. Thanks, Noah. That's very kind. You have indeed here been from the start. So thank you very much indeed. That's very, very kind of you. Here we got Inflick for the £2. Where are you next flying to? Love the streams. Is that in real life? That is something I won't disclose, particularly as my next destination might be my operator. But I'm going to all sorts of places next week. I'm doing Palma de Mallorca, doing Ibiza, doing a Faro as well. But there we go. Thanks. But where are we going today? We're going from London City to Leeds. Right, I'm all over the place here. Let's put the starter motor on. Is that what we need to get? Oh, there we go. So yeah, this aircraft, it's okay. It's perhaps not as detailed within the checklist as say the Cessna 172 is, but the Cessna 172 had been a slightly longer flight than I wanted. It would have been about an hour and 20 minutes or so, and I wanted to keep it reasonably short. Thanks to everyone that's subscribing as well. Welcome aboard, guys. Thanks a lot, Adam, as well, for the $2. Love the stream, he says. Thank you very much, buddy. So fuel conditioning lever, low idle. Okay, we'll leave that fully rich. Proceed to continue. Oh my, that's burning my eyes. It's even dark in my office. Fuel boost to normal.
50,
normal.
40.
Avionics number 2 switch
20,
to on.
10.
Right, before takeoff, check this parking brake. Strobes on, parking brake release. That's it, really. Let's have a look outside. Make sure it's all what we're doing. What we want it to do. There we are. He's standing a little bit precariously close. We're not going to use the ATC either today because we're going to be navigating. So the nav lights on as well as it's night time. The Echo's powered. So we've got wing lighting on. So we'll put the nav lights on. No smoking on. Seatbelt on. Cabin on. We should be there. We are in a Golf. Oh no, I forgot to change the reg. That's a shame. Oh, I thought it would be Golf Foxtrot Delta Tango Sierra. Anyway, right. So here's the basic routing in. Oh, someone's at the door. Could you hear my guys? Can you just give me 1 minute? I think someone's at the door here. I'm so sorry. It's the neighbours. I told Mariana to say I'm streaming. And did you actually hear the doorbell as well? I hope you like the doorbell sound there. Those sort of things only have. I never have it during the live stream. Oh my god, it's still ringing. I hope Mariana's talking to them. Typical, says Tim Waters. You've got it. Right. Thank you very much, Fearless, for the donation as well. Very, very kind. Right. Anyway, let's show you these Navigraph charts here. Just to remind you where we're going, let me just find my charts. There we are. So, here we are in London City. We're going to take off of runway 09 here. We're going to go east. I think we're just going to have a little bit of a visual tour of London at night. And then eventually, once we're done, we're going to head direct to the Brooklands Park VOR here. We'll tune that up 17.5. Actually, you know what? We'll tune that up right now after departure. So 117.5. We're then going to go northbound towards Gampston, and then from Gampston we're going to route direct to Leeds Bradford, which has an NDB, so we're going to do that here. Just give us 2 seconds, guys. Sorry guys, it would appear that our dog Jack escaped the house. That was what the issue was, so that was completely my fault. I'm so sorry. So yeah, we have a Labrador called Jack. It's a bit of a rush before the stream. I went to go get food from the garage and I left the front door open and Jack had got out and we hadn't only just realised. We're pretty lucky there. I can't believe that. Oh. Right, anyway. Let's concentrate on the stream. So let's get that VOR tuned, which is 117.5. Thank you very much, DJ, for the membership. Welcome aboard. So glad you enjoy the content. You're automatically invited to our members only Discord. Cool. So let's get the VOR tuned 117.5. There we go. We'll put that active. Yeah, it's already picking up, and you can see, look, the course deviation indicators already come alive. So what you can do here, you can set the course. You can actually work out what radial you're on straight away here. So where is the course adjuster? Actually, we need to set the QNH. Because someone in chat find out what the QNH inches of mercury is for 1003. So we're in the UK. I can't be quick enough to convert that. So let's change the course. You can actually work out what radial you're on. So you keep spinning that. You see when the course deviation indicators are aligned like this, that tells you what radial you're on. So the tail of the needle. We're on the 159 radial from Brooklands Park, so obviously we're going to go fly visual, and then we just simply need to align the course deviation indicator when we're able, when we're finished doing our visual fly, and go from there. Cool. What altitude? Where's the altitude selector here? If someone can remember how to select the altitude indicator here, that would be really useful, because I want to preset here, I don't know, 4,000 feet, which would be a good flight altitude to go to. I'm not sure. 2961. Thanks, guys. You all make excellent first officers.
50,
6.
40, 30, 20, 10.
There you go. So that's that should now be the elevation of London City, which is pretty much sea level there. Thank you very much, Noah Fennister, for the 3 times. Are you a real dog owner? I know. I can't believe that. I can't do that. Fabi Hansi, with the RMI, you can read the radial straight away. Yes, have I got an RMI in here? I think you could turn it on. Not with this. A way, PFD. Yeah, there we go. So you can see, look, the tail of this needle, nav 1, it's already aligned with the green one. So if I adjust the course here slightly, you can see, yeah, if you've got an RMI here, you can always see what radial on with the blue line, so that's pretty cool. Right, anyway, less talking, more action. Now let's take off from 09 and have a little look of London City. So we'll release the parking brake. Off we go. Altitude's on the out select knob. Oh yes, here it is. Now, I can see it now. Perfect. I'll set that to 4,000 feet then later on. Yeah, that's great, because earlier I was in the... Ooh, there's a little bit of a lighting issue. Earlier on I was in the Barren and I couldn't work out how to set the altitude there, so I'll have a play with that later. Wow, there's 4,000 people watching. Thank you so much. It's an incredible amount. Thank you very, very much. I need to... Oh my goodness me. I need to turn the lighting on in here because I can't see any of the switches here. I have to try and find it in the dark. Gustav, how many FPS are you getting? I know there's a way of getting a little plug-in to see your FPS, but I don't know. I think it's over 20. I'm getting the odd stutter. Obviously, it's probably going to drop off a little bit now because of where we are. Close to the city with lots of complex buildings. We won't go full length. We'll depart from here. I'm just going to hold put here at the whole point. Now there's the parking brake set. Now let's... Oh, I need to try and find out how to turn the lighting up on this aircraft. I can't see a thing. I think I might have found it. There we go. Ooh, okay. They might have to have a little fiddle with the lighting here. We seem to have luminous blue switches. Oh, cool. That is bright. I don't think we need that turned all the way up. That's insane. Let's do something like that and something like that. Yeah, that doesn't really do much there. Okay. Use Alt-L for your headlamp. Oh, you guys are fantastic. Amazing. Amazing. I'm going to learn more about this game than you people will. Right, anyway. Let's now do the before takeoff checklist. So there's no configuration warning. We're going to do a flaps up departure. We've got more than enough runway here. We're going to climb up to 4,000 feet eventually. I'm just going to set 4,000 there. We're going to probably stay at 1,000 feet to go visual initially. Thank you very much, Trevor V. Welcome on board as a member. Glad you're enjoying the content. Enjoy your custom emojis in chat, and we'll go from there. Yeah, we get invited to members only Discord. Right, I'm just going to turn this lighting. It's very, very bright here. Left flood. So not off. I think just one click's going to be more than enough there. And right. There we go. That's a little better, and then hopefully I'll work out how to turn down the brightness of the screens later on. Right, anyway, let's get ourselves ready for departure. Oh, yeah, I know I forgot to do landing and taxi elements. You know what to do in chat. And I can actually see where the runway is by looking at this little screen. Oh, looks like I'm about to go off the runway. Jeez. A little bit of differential braking required. Yes, and this is where I get all the doubters coming in. Right, anyway, let's get ourselves realigned with the runway. Runway 09. Perfect. Flight time will be around 45 minutes or so. As I said, we're gonna take off straight ahead. I'm gonna do a left-hand circuit, then we'll go and have a look at London city skyline at the middle of the night here. Right. Anyway, let's build up that power. I won't go full power because I get all sorts of warnings flashing. There we are. Turbine temperature warnings. There we go. That'll do. Parking brake released. Off we go. So I'll just reset to my seating position. There we go. That's lovely. I won't get an 80 knots call from the first officer because we'll probably be rotating at 80 knots. Very slow acceleration here. We should have a little bit more power perhaps. Right, anyway, that'll do for us. Let's rotate. And we're airborne. Gear is fixed. We're going to initially climb up around 90 knots or so. And trim. Is this guy really a real pilot? I know. I can. Yeah. One day you'll all find out that I've just been having you on for 3 years. Anyway, let's climb out to 1,000 feet. Looks lovely at night in the sim. Look at that. And this is live time, live weather, guys. So this is how London should be looking right now. So trimmed out for around 100 knots instead of 90. So there we are. Coming up to 1,000 feet. So we'll head back down the Thames and have a little look at the city at night. Resolution 1920 times 1080. And high end, we're running it. Thank you very much, Andy M71. So Jack has bailed out already. Is this something we should know? Llama Airways, hashtag are you a real pilot? Thanks a lot, Andy. Very, very kind. Yeah, Mariana looked at me very shocked. Very shocked indeed. It's a bit naughty. Thanks, Andy. Oh, I do feel bad. Look at this at night. Looks fantastic. So we are going to fly visually initially. We're going to go down the Thames and then we'll do some interim flying. Climb up to 4,000 feet. The night lighting in this game is pretty spectacular, very realistic. Oh dear, so much for maintaining 100 knots on the climb out. I'm just going to reduce my RPM as well slightly. 550 is a bit too much. It's very sensitive. Let's go up to 2,000 feet. There we go. There is London ahead. Yeah, I need to work out how to turn the screen brightness down on the PFD here. Alright, there's 2,000, so we'll just reduce the power slightly as well. And trim. Perfect. Looking good, guys. They look exceptionally bright, the buildings. I expect it to be quiet as well. So there is London City down there. What happened to ATC? It's turned off at the moment. The Microsoft Flight Sim ATC is still very upset with me after I took off without clearance on the last stream in the 747 in Barbados. They're still hunting me down. So just about 100 feet high here. There's a little bit of turbulence. And look at that, there is Heathrow in the distance. You can see a bit of traffic there, landing. Just ballooning up here. We should probably actually set 2,000 feet. I say MCP, it's not an MCP, but for all intents and purposes we'll call it an MCP. There we are, so 2,000. So there's the Millennium Dome, and this is the ORBX expansion pack for the cities as well. Cut the make part of the terms there. Do you have trim control on your sim setups, Caliph? I do, so I have the Thrustmaster Airbus joystick, and on the hat switch, we usually use to pan the camera, so right, left, the up-down I have set to my trim. I'm trying to maintain 2,000 feet here. Works really well. You know, I might go a bit higher on the way to Leeds. Let me know what altitude you'd like me to cruise. I think this thing could go up to 19,000 feet here. My altitude keeping's all over the place. There we are, back to 2,000. Lovely evening to go flying. Anyone in London hear me going over? Yes, it's looking really good. Obviously, yeah, during night it looks very different. Perhaps it probably looks a lot better during the day, but for realism's sake, we are live time and live weather at the moment. There's Tower Bridge. BT Tower in the distance as well. Shard. How long is the first flight? By the time we get going in the right direction, about 45 minutes to an hour. Still getting used to the camera tools here. I bet I'm not maintaining 2,000 feet anymore, that's for sure. There's the Shard, look. Settings on high or ultra, we're on high end here. There's the Millennium Dome, oh my god, the London Eye. There we go. So Houses of Parliament should be pretty close. There it is, Big Ben. I forgot the strobes. Check in a second. And continue a little bit further along the Thames, and then we'll head en route towards Leeds. Look at that night sky, it's just sensational. I think all the stars are mapped as well. And this lovely effect you get just after the sunset, kind of get the sun still illuminating on the clouds and the horizon. These are quite low, but that's what it's really good. I hope it's still 2,000 feet. Anyway, let's get back to business, guys. So, back in the cockpit. Not bad. Only deviated by altitude by 500 feet. Right. So, I mean, look at that. We're actually on final for Heathrow. So tempting to do a touch and go. oh, it's completely unbad. Would you like me to do a touch and go in Heathrow before we head to Leeds? Let me know in chat. Oh dear. I think that was just set up really nicely. Can you fly above the clouds with a full moon? We'll try and get up there, but if we can. Absolutely. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Right, let's go for 27 right then. I've got a funny feeling it might be runway 09 in use. Someone quickly find the ILS frequency for 27 right. And we'll tune the ILS. We'll try and get the course deviation indicator. Well, look, we've already got one Pappy coming in, so we're already 3 reds. We need to start descending soon. Also, Gatwick challenge. Yeah, unfortunately the bridge isn't there with the default Gatwick scenery, I've been told. We've got 110.3. Okay, let's just get that tuned. I said we'll have a little bit more structure to this stream, not mess around. It's not messing around. You might learn, for those who are new, to learn how to fly an ILS. Good. Looks like it's worked straight away, and I think it automatically gives you the course. Right, are we going old school? I'll show you how to do an instrument approach. So here you have your localizer, guys. This is your deviation. This is your localizer scale here. So it shows that we're flying left of the localizer, right of the localizer. We need to fly left here. So this heading's good. You'll notice the course deviation bar, indicator bar will come in. This is your glide slope. So it was just completely coincidental that we're on the ILS. Right at that same time, so I'm going to stay in this view all the way down. It's a huge help having the runway depicted in the background here as well, but that's the beauty of these modern avionics suites, really. I mean, I could just fly it using this. It's like a mini old school flight simulator. I mean, this is like a flight simulator from the 90s. It's how good it is on the PFD. But I'm just going to use the glide slope and the course deviation indicator, then we'll pop our head up at 200 feet AGL, and then we'll head on our way to Leeds, Bradford. So looking good. I think there's a little bit of a crosswind from the left looking at this track. I think we can select here wind option 2. Oh no, I'm completely wrong. From the left, look, we've got a 17 knot crosswind here. Yes, sorry, that's what I meant. So you can see our drift here. I'm having to maintain a heading of around 263 to stay on the... oh, I'm not even scanning my glide slope here. My goodness. This is the importance of a good instrument scan. I was so preoccupied by the localizer here that I lost the glide slope deviation scale. Let's take a notch of flaps as well. There we are. So it's really hard to set a target attitude here on the PFD. But yeah, well, I made a tutorial about a week and a half ago flying an approach, and the localizer and glide slope wasn't quite lined up correctly. I think they fixed that now. Seems to all be working correctly. My FPS is... there's a slight drop in my FPS there. My computer is whirring away. So I'm going to maintain 100 knots. We're 1,000 feet to go now. Okay, and I need to fly left a little bit more. Look, we've got a 13 knot crosswind here. Glide slope's good. A little bit too far right of centre line. Let's try that heading. 800 feet above the grounds. Too much of a heading deviation. I mean, it's sort of cheating because I've got the I've got the runway there, so it's sort of like a video game. It does make it a lot easier, that's for sure. We'll try and find something a little bit more old school. If you look at our last live stream, we did fly an ILS approach in the Cessna 172, which worked out quite well. Anyway, 500 feet AGL now, very very close to the grounds. I'm not going to try and land it in this view. Oh, it's not the 500 guy. Oh my god, it looks like there's an aircraft right behind me as well. This could be quite interesting. Should we pop our head up? There we are, look at that. 2 reds, 2 whites. RIP FPS. We'll do a touch and go. Work out who's behind me. Oh my god! Oh, well, that's interesting. I wonder if they have wake turbulence modelled. They don't. Well, that was eventful. Oh, he's going around. Destabilize. Oh dear. It wouldn't be a flight live stream without something going wrong. Right, let's do a touch and go at Heathrow. Thank you very much, whoever that was. Give me 2 seconds. I'll just get on the ground here. Oh dear, cut the power. Oh, I've just screwed that. I'm going in way too fast. I should be doing 85 knots. Right, we're down. Let's go. Let's go to Leeds. Flaps up. Hear that airflow over the aircraft. Right, let's climb up around 120 knots. I am currently on like offline modes, which is why there's no aircraft flying all over it. Although, what is that guy doing? What is going on right now? There's traffic going straight over my head. Would you consider doing a series of video things to learn, or do after finishing the flight school tutorial for total noobs? Said Master Machete. Thank you very much for the $5. Yeah, I might. I've got perhaps some tutorials lined up for people who are perhaps new to simming. Generally, my previous tutorials are quite advanced because I've been sticking to kind of the 737, the Zevo mod. So if you're new to simming, they might not find them too helpful at this stage, but I might do some basic stuff in the future. Thanks for the donation, buddy. Right, anyway, let's go up to initially, let's go up to 6,000 feet. I might go a little bit higher on route, so 6,000 feet set. I'm still hand flying here. I didn't reset the RPM for the touch and go, and now we're going to go back to the Brookman's Park VOR here. So VOR1, Brookman's Park, there we are. So we need to do a right turn onto heading around 042 degrees. We'll go up to 6,000 feet. Wow, all these people subscribing, thank you very much. Welcome aboard, guys. So we're now doing some VOR navigation. So we're going to route direct to the Brookman's Park VOR. This instrument here, that sort of like the HSI really. We've got the blue arrow here, that's pointing directly to the VOR, so that's the easiest way to navigate. You simply turn the aircraft until you fly to the VOR. Then you have to calculate your drift looking at the wind. Now, there's all sorts of rules of fun. I remember vaguely the clock face rule where if the wind was more than 60 degrees, you'd use the full drift amount, or you'd then half of that 30 degrees you'd use half the drift. That was very rough, kind of dead reckoning navigation. The beauty of an aircraft like this is it'll probably tell you your track with GPS, so you just have to line your track up, just reduce the power there. So that's what I'm doing. I'm getting myself onto a heading here to route direct to the VOR Brookman's Park. And we're going to go all the way to Leeds like this. We should be there in 45 minutes or so. Good. Level. We can now line the course deviation indicator, which is here. So you'll see when I line this up, this course deviation indicator will be smack bang in the middle here, like so. There we are. So now we can use this to tell us to fly left or right to route on this radial. So we're currently on the 230 radial from the VOR here. I'm going to go up to 4,000 feet. See you later, Heathrow. See you later, London. Hey, what's that there? Oh, that's an RF station, is it? Is that, I forgot the name of it. It comes on my posh sat nav. Not sure. Getting drifted off here. So we'll get to 6,000 feet, then I will engage the automation, and I can set the nav to follow the VOR here. Tell you what, having these systems on board is so easy. I had none of this when I did my instrument rating. I had steam gauge Seneca 2 built in the 70s. It was heavy. I had a very basic Garmin GPS which we weren't allowed to use on the instrument rating. So yeah, I actually prefer to navigate using this system because that's the way I like to do it. RF Norfolk, thanks guys. I didn't sort of know that. And then I need to work out how to turn the brightness of this. So that's the total distance to get to our destination, which is Leeds Bradford. Thank you very much, Aviation Mayhem, for the €5. Hi, can you extend the speed brake on the 737 at any speed? Is there any speed limits? Thank you very much, Aviation Mayhem. Excellent question. There's no speed limit for the speed brake at all. You could select it at 340 knots, which is VMO. The higher the faster you're going, the more effective the speed brake is. When you get below 230 knots, 220 knots, the speed brake isn't that effective. All it really does is make the aeroplane shake a lot, and you probably get an extra 300 or 400 feet per minute rate of descent. So it's ideally to be used at a higher speed. I actually have a useful tutorial which for you. So let me just get leveled off, and I'll send you a link. And I have so many tutorials covering different aspects of commercial aviation. Oh, it's quite windy up here. Look, 37 knot tailwind and wind from the right there. So you can see my heading I'm having to fly to maintain this course deviation in case it's just here. Right, here comes 6,000 feet. Well, let's level off. So, attitude, and then trim. That is a strong wind up here. And then we'll start reducing power. So I'm going to match the heading bug here. I think this is even fancier than a 737. You can do that to press that to synchronise your heading. So fast, it's ridiculous. So now let's get the automation in. So we've got autopilot. We've got a yaw damper. We'll have a bit of that. We'll have a little bit of heading hold and altitude hold. There we go. Perfect, so I'm just in heading select here, so you can see the wind's coming from the right. I'm having to use a 40, it's a 40 knot, it's very windy here, which is why it's a bit turbulent. So that's a nice heading here to kind of fly this track, but if I select nav, we're only actually only 11 miles away from Brooklands Park, so I won't go to nav yet, but when we get further away, we'll use the outbound radial Brooklands Park to fly. Now I did update Simlink prior to this. Oh, there it does actually work now. Fantastic. So I can now have Simlink with Microsoft Flight Sim 2020. So I can actually show you on an IFR chart where we are. So bear with me. There we go. So we're kind of routing. Obviously, we've been messing around. We took off from City, landed at Heathrow. Now we're routing direct to this point here, Brooklands Park. Then we're going to make that left turn from Brooklands Park. We're not on any existing airway here, but we're just going to route direct to the Gamston VOR. And then from Gamston, we'll fly outbound to Leeds, Bradford, where they have an NDB 403, and then we'll fly the procedural approach. I'll get the charts up for you there. Yeah, it's quite cool flying at night here, quite enjoyable. Right, anyway, how on earth do I turn the brightness down on these screens? Lights cap, what's that, Brett? What lights have I left on? Strobes. Yeah, someone did mention I forgot to put the strobes on. Spotted. Just testing. Just testing. See you later, London. I love this, and I think you see the clouds above. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think these clouds have been illuminated by all the city lighting, which is very realistic of this. Very realistic of this. Set the RPM for the from the touch and go at Heathrow. Right, so as we get closer to the VOR, it becomes a lot more sensitive, the course deviation indicator. So I'm going to make a slight left turn here. We're only 5 miles away, so really, really close. There's probably a way of getting this displayed on here for you. Yeah, you can see that there is Brooklands Park. There's our original flight plan. Very fancy. Slight heading adjustments to stay all the way inbound to the VOR here. It looks like you've got a gunner on your butt. I'm sure you're referring to it. No idea what this is. Is this some sort of weather radar system? No, sure. There's the moon rising. Look at that. The colours in this are just sensational. Right, as you fly over the VOR, you go over something called the cone of confusion. That's just the total nav routing for there, so you might notice it'll go blank. And then we need to work out our track for the next sector, which I actually have no clue, so I'm actually going to ideally try and get Gamston tuned up and then redirect to there. But here we go, we're about to go overhead the VOR. You can see it on the little display here, which is really useful. There we go. So don't chase it at this stage when you're really close. I'm actually going to make that turn now outbound to the next sector. So let's go heading, not sure what it is, let's head initially northwest. Very bumpy today. There you are, so you can see, look at the cyan needle swinging around as we go over the beacon. Sometimes you can see it in the sim. Well, you can do it during the day. There you are, I think that's the VOR beacon here. See it? There you are. That's the beacon, I think. And during daytime, now we have full ortho mapping. You know, you can easily see what's going on. Right. Anyway, let's now show you the Navigraph charts. There we go, and find out the next VOR. So you can track outbound from the VOR we just flown into, but then we want to get Gamston tuned in and fly inbound to Gamston. So we'll do this on the second VOR initially. So that's going to be 112.8. So that's tuned now. 112.8. Let's put that on nav 2 to start with. Gap, perfect, it's already picked it up. And what you should do prior to using that form of navigation, we actually have the ident here, so you shouldn't need to listen to the Morse code because you actually have it depicted here, which is pretty cool because it's a very modern aircraft. Thanks a lot, Dan Rudden, welcome aboard as a member. Glad you are enjoying the content. You're invited to our members only Discord. Enjoy your custom emojis in chat. Not that you'll be using Top and Send and Toga much today. Anyway, thank you very much. So if we can select this to... That's the wind display, so let's go back. So bearing 1, bearing 2. There we are, so Gamston. So this is now pointing direct to the Gamston VOR. What I'm actually going to do, because I'm not sure what outbound radio we want from.
50,
It's Park,
40,
tune.
30,
Gamston now is the
20,
active frequency. Go from
10.
there. Thanks, not Kieran Harvey for the pound. Small en route trip to Duxford. But yeah, we'll pop in. We'll probably go pretty close. I hope we don't have touch and goes today. Thank you very much, buddy. I hope you're doing well as well, Kieran. Thanks for the donation. Right, let's get Gamston active now on box 1 as well, which is 12.8. Gamston. Lovely. And I think with this fancy thing, you can even push this and it will set the course deviation for you. Amazing. And all you then have to do is push nav. There you go. So now the autopilot is maintaining a heading. Where are we going though? It's going to fly on to the course for us. What? Now that needs adjusting. It's making a ridiculous correction. We're literally only just left of our required radial, and it's going to probably overshoot now. It's a huge correction. Does that sort of make sense? It's made a massive correction to get back onto the radial here. It's going to overshoot it, isn't it? It's going to probably just keep... So that needs some fine-tuning there. Maybe not, I don't know, but it's a very aggressive turn being such a small deviation. It seems to sort itself out. There we are. You can see look, how accurate VR navigation is. This is GPS navigation. It's still on the magenta line, we're not even using it. Could have done with a tad bit of extra fuel. I was hoping to take 4 tanks. Yeah, there we go, and that's it. Right. I love this. Who was it that told me that? Oh, I love this. My little lamp. It's so cool. Yeah, I'd love to know how to turn the screen brightness down here though. Oh, there we are, I found it. Avionics. Well, simple as that. That's better. Lovely. Yeah, I mean, this is far more modern than a 737. The navigation systems, GPS, the ease of use. I mean, it's it really isn't too difficult to transfer these skills here into this. We're nicely maintaining 6,000 feet anyway. I think you can have a little. There we go. Very useful. It's a shame they don't have the cities coming up here because I'm a little unfamiliar with the airports here as well. So we'll be going right near. River Trent. Near Nottingham. There we are. It's East Midlands. And these are military airports. It's just a straight line to Leeds. Yeah, I love the lighting. I only even have like the old school street lamps and the modern street lamps. It's just like flying over real life. What city flying over? That's a good question. It really is. At night, very hard to identify. You can usually tell where the major cities are. But this is compared to night flying in real life on a clear night, it's so similar. This is lovely. It looks really good. Really, really good. Yeah, so game volume's too high on the stream. Yeah, that's probably because I was outside. That should be a little better now. Aidan, why do you have the gear down? Excellent question. This is Cessna Caravan where they have a fixed landing gear that can't be retracted. Turn off landing lights? Well, yeah, I mean, probably in a light aircraft you could, but you know, but in 10,000 we leave the lights on. Turn up the mic. Okay, I'll have a little play with the volume settings. I think the game could be a little bit loud here. Thanks for the feedback, guys. There we are. I've turned it down ever so slightly. Let me know if that's a little better for you. Oh my goodness, have we reached 60,000 subscribers? If we have, amazing. We smashed past 60,000 subscribers. I mean, you just get so many subscribers going in. It's absolutely crazy. Thanks a lot, guys. 1,400 likes.
50.
Better. Thanks, guys. Yeah, keep letting me know if the sound isn't great for you. You know, just provide the feedback and I'll make the changes in the background. Thanks a lot, Martin Payton, for the £5. How accurate are the flight dynamics? Seen videos of the 320 hitting VMO after rotation at 1,500 feet and then having to reduce to idle. Thank you very much, Martin Payton. So, as I mentioned before, the default Airbus 747 and 787, these aircraft in a desktop simulator, if you want to model accurately, require months, if not years, of preparation, feedback, testing. I mean, you are never going to get the realism in these sort of aircraft by default. Now, I was quite surprised and impressed by what sort of level of systems they had implemented. So the FMC has some limited functionality, the automation too, but the autopilot, I can tell you now, having worked with Zibo for the past 2 years, that the autopilot is still to this day being tweaked and tuned. It is so difficult to model this accurately. You know, and to Zibo to get it to the stage it did, it took a lot of patience, a lot of time. You're never going to get that. So yeah, I can say with confidence that the default aircraft, they don't fly or handle as I'd expect. I've noticed that, and that I expected. There's no default aircraft in the history of any sim which has been perfect out of the box there. So give the guys time, get the freeware developers, the payware developers time, and they'll get you high quality metal tier. But right now, I'll be sticking with X-Plane 11 to fly kind of the heavier aircraft. But for general aviation, it's from what I remember flying general aviation aircraft, it's spot on. Feels very realistic indeed. So yeah, I hope that sort of answers your question. Thank you very much, Hans Myard, for the $5. This stream is keeping me sane whilst working from home. Thanks for dropping all this knowledge. You're most welcome, Hans. I hope you're doing very well at home, and all the best. I hope it all sort of makes sense with you. We're routing, as mentioned. Just get back my Navigraph charts for you. There you go. So currently routing direct from Brookman's Park, this VOR. We're not flying along an airway. In fact, we'll be upsetting a lot of people. We're about to enter uncontrolled airspace here, so this will be Class G airspace. We'll be requesting a basic service from a military airfield, most likely Cottesmore. No, Cottesmore's not open now, is it? I don't know. But then we're going to head to Gamston. Here's Doncaster, Sheffield. So you'd actually at this altitude you need to request a zone transit, because this is Class D airspace, and then flying onwards to Leeds. But the beauty of a home desktop simulator, you don't have to worry about busting airspace. Lovely. First time flying at night, really, really nice. Dusty, you're also watching this whilst I should be working from home. Amazing.
50, 40, 30.
Brandon, do you have the graphics turned all the way up? No, I'm on high end, so one off the higher setting, which is ultra. But hey, hello everyone watching from Kuwait. That's fantastic, buddy.
30.
Oh my goodness me, we're all coming in thick and fast here. Thanks, guys. Very, very kind of you. Kator, thanks for the $5. When will you do the carrier landing in flights in 2020? Or give Jack a treat for me? Thank you very much, Kator. Yes, I have been on the lookout, but I've not seen any ships which would be suitable to land on so far. This will be the perfect stream for it. Thank you very much, Kate. I hope you're doing well. And Jack, yeah, Jack's going to be very well. Marianne's very mad at me because I accidentally let Jack out just prior to the stream. Sorry, Marianne. I know you're in the lounge watching. Thanks a lot, Brisk T for the $5. Why are rudder turns not used often like your course correction huge turn? Why not hold right rudder to get back on track? Good question, Bryce. So the rudder is a way of... The main purpose of the rudder in an aircraft like this is to help coordinate turns. You don't use it to sort of navigate and control the aircraft. You use aileron and pitch for that. Certainly on an aircraft like the 737, you never use aileron to coordinate turns. The only time you use the rudder is to decrab during takeoff or landing in a crosswind condition, or in the event of an engine failure. You never touch the rudder on an aircraft like the 737 in flight. Now on a Caravan, yes, when I turn I should probably have to use a little bit of left or right rudder to coordinate turns. Where is the turn slip indicator in this aircraft? No clue. There's probably something. Let me just try a bit of rudder and see if I get any. I think this is it here. So I put a little bit of right rudder. Yeah, look, you can see here's a digital turn slip indicator, and that will show you how much, the gauge here, how much rudder you need to use. So I hope that answers the question there. Thank you. Thank you very much to Yoga Dioti for the $7. I'm streaming this game for the first time tonight. Can't wait to do it. I've never done this before. It'll be fun. Lol, thanks for the tips. You're most welcome, Yoga. Good luck with your first ever stream. And I hope you practice some instrument navigation, which I've hopefully taught you. Thank you very much. Jake F on Ferrari McLaren. Oh my goodness, the chat's going so quick, I missed it already. I don't know a lot about aviation, but this looked epic. By the way, you sound like the definition of a pilot. I get the odd comment in saying that I sound like a child. Thank you. Christian Visser, will there be a giveaway? I don't know, let me know in chat. Do you want to have a giveaway today? Oh dear, I think we should, shouldn't we? Seeing that there's so many of you watching. Seeing that ORBX gave me this scenery, I think it would be very befitting to give away one item of scenery, perhaps. Should we do Leeds Bradford? ORBX Leeds Bradford scenery. I'll purchase you that. How does that sound? Obviously. I wonder if anyone will say no. F Records, can we have a quiz? Yes, we need to actually have a new quiz champion. We haven't had any quizzes in ages. So if you're new to the channel, on my streams every Sunday, if I'm off work, we have a sort of a giveaway, merch giveaway, and a quiz. You'll see at the bottom of the screen it says our quiz champion here. Who is it currently? It's Domino Musina. We just have a general aviation, general knowledge quiz. And you can then be immortalised into my live stream. It's been immortalised here for about a month and a half, but I need to get around to doing that again. Actually, you know what would be a better quiz? I think the ORBX, yeah, ORBX. I'll give away, let's do the ORBX Leeds. What we'll do after landing in Leeds, we'll give away a copy of the ORBX Leeds scenery. Thank you very much. Script, do you have enough time to have a family and kids? So I don't have any kids at the moment. Script, my partner of 7 years, lives with me, and she is well known in the streams. Mariana Flight Data Sim, she's around, and she helps moderate the streams as well. And yeah, we have not much time at the moment. I am pretty busy. I am flying after being on furlough for 4 months, and I'm actually reasonably busy. I'm doing around 70 to 80 hours a month. But I've got a kind of like 2 standbys a week at the moment. I am on my days off, and we've just recently moved house, but yeah, we've got hopefully time for kids at some point. Did I say that on the stream? I did. How much FPS you got on a 1080? I think I'm averaging, I mean, if I move around here, I don't know. I know there's a way of getting an FPS counter, but I'm not knowledgeable with those sort of things, but I'm thinking over 20. It's certainly smooth enough. We're doing well. We're approaching the third of the way here. We have 53 miles to run from Gabston, so around 20 minutes. That'll take us 140 knots. A bit of a tailwind too. Let's change this to nav 1. There we go. I best update the video description to say we're having a giveaway. Thanks, Tim. Hope you're doing well, Tim Waters. I haven't spoken to you in a while. Thank you very much for popping in. There we you go. I've updated the channel video description. Make sure you stick around to win some ORBX scenery. So after we've touched down in Leeds, I'll give away the Leeds scenery to one lucky winner. Freckles, I'm not going to put the video title after what happened last time. Captain, I still have doubts about bad weather landing. How these pilots see the runway? Has he done any videos about it? Is there any feature like auto land? Yes, so in low visibility conditions, Captain Pavel, we have the instrument landing system, which I'm going to demonstrate on this approach into Leeds, which you can use to get yourself close enough to the runway to see the approach lights. If it's very thick fog, you have the capability on modern aircraft to conduct auto lands, where they use a combinations of different systems, a radio altimeter and the ILS to get you, and it automatically lands for you. It flares, it maintains the sensor line and appropriate rate of descent on touchdown. Very clever system. Old technology, but it still works today. I actually conducted an auto land last week, because my home base, which I won't discuss, and thank you for respecting my privacy, it was very foggy, so we had to conduct an auto land. I do have tutorials for auto lands as well. In fact, it was one of my first ever tutorials. I think my first ever tutorial on the channel was a go-around tutorial, and my second ever one was an auto land. I've found the video.
50, 40,
I will even share you the link, because I'm
20, 10.
I like that. I can do those sort of things. I
How
can't...
did you feel walking up the steps to the real
goodness.
flight deck for the first time in such a long while? Confident, nervous, or just glad to be back?
Thank you very much, Andy M71. So, yes, I went back to work, was it 3-4 weeks ago now, and it'd been 8 months away from the flight because I had the winter off, then furlough for the COVID-19 pandemic. And it was a little bit of all of those things. I felt good, nervous isn't the right word, but yeah, it's been such a long time, and I wanted to ensure that I could still knew what I was doing. But the company I work for has an absolutely fantastic training department. I used to work there for 2 years as an SFI, and they created some really good documentation and some films for guys who'd been off for a while, and they actually, they put some cameras up in the flight deck and did some flights, and it was great just to watch. So when I got back, it really didn't feel. I was quite surprised how familiar it all felt, because it had been such a long time away. But it really quickly, after a couple of sectors, it felt like it was just yesterday I'd been flying. Thanks a lot, Andy, and thank you for the continued support as well. Thank you very much, Benjamin. Any advice for someone who's new to flight sims? I was just randomly scrolling when I found your channel. Glad I did. Congrats on 60k. Here's to 100. Thank you very much, Benjamin. Welcome to the channel. I am, well, I don't I work with 737, and I'm a huge simming enthusiast. I have been for my entire career, and have been for the last 3 years. So I'm glad you're enjoying it. And yeah, thank you very much. I've got plenty of videos coming out to give you guys some guidance as well. Guys, very generous, all of you. Really, if you're just enjoying the video, don't feel like you have to donate. Just smash the thumbs up button. Subscribe as well to stay up to date with the latest content. And I'll be continuing to do these sort of flights. This is lovely basic instrument navigation flying, which I'm demonstrating to do. Obviously, the autopilot's making my life considerably easier. Thanks, Benjamin. Cheers, Yoga, as well, for the $2.79. You ever flown over Brazil or Canada? I am afraid I haven't, Yoga. I've only flown in Europe. I don't fly long haul at my outfit, and I did my CPL in the United States in Arizona. That's only where I've flown myself personally. I've never actually been to Brazil or Canada. Thanks a lot, buddy. And also, AFKLM Virtual Infinite Flights donated $11. Very generous, thank you. Great stream, super enjoyable. What's the topic route for your next stream, and how often do you plan to do them? Thank you very much, AFKLM Virtual Infinite Flight. Got it all out there. So, now I'm back at work, because I work in the aviation industry as a pilot. I don't have a fixed schedule. The flying's a bit all over the place, so I can't really plan a streaming schedule like I could quite recently when I was furloughed. I generally trying to at the moment stream at least once on my days off, so it's typically on average once, if not twice a week at the moment. Tomorrow I am free, so I'm thinking of perhaps doing one then, but I'll see, and it'll probably be. I usually ask the members of my channel what they'd like to see, but at the moment I'm usually dictating it with the flight sim coming out there. Thank you very much, AFKLM Virtual Infinite Flight. Thank you very much, Icefire, one of my members. Thank you, members. You know, just enjoy your membership. Just ask the questions in Discord. You don't need to do it this way. Thanks, Icefire, for $5. When is the last time you flew in a plane alone? Cool. That a long time ago. Last time I flew solo in a plane on my own would have been 2011. 2011? No, because I think every time I went flying, I took people. I think it was 2010 when I was doing my CPL. Last time I actually was in a plane on my own, I think. That's crazy, I suppose, when you say it like that. But yeah, multi-crew environment's what it's all like. Thanks a lot, Isaiah. Makes you think. Makes you think, that does. Right, anyway, what towns have we got coming up here? This is where I don't know my airport locations in my towns and cities. No, actually, let's make this a little bit easier. So we're just passing on our left here. This is East Midlands, so if we look left here, that'll be Nottingham. I think that's the M1 motorway here, with the power stations there.
50, 40,
That'll probably be
30,
Manchester
10.
distance, maybe. No, that's too far away. Hard to tell, hard to tell. We could really do with Avitab being here. We need Avitab to have a plugin for us in this game. Thank you very much, Twist, for your donation. Very kind of you. TGS Venom, what plane are you in right now? In a Cessna Caravan? Listerman, being alone in a flight like this must be really meditative. I remember going solo, Listerman, in Arizona, and you took it for granted there. But I'd love to go take a light aircraft up and fly on my own now. It would be peaceful. Frontis Adventure, how do you work out cost index? Well, with complex mathematical equations, effectively, so you don't have to do. The airline will calculate a cost index based on several factors such as cost of fuel, engine and maintenance costs, and you simply punch the number into the FMC. Christian, do you like airplane food? I'd take my own packed lunch. If I was to eat airplane food every day, I'd get very unhealthy very quickly. Anyway, 29 miles to go till we get to Gabston, right over the top of Echo Golf Zulu Echo, wherever that is. Looks like an unlit airfield of some description. Echo 11, where are we flying to? We're flying to Leeds, Bradford. That reminds you guys, if you just tuned in, we will be now, you know, you're all very generous, and I feel very guilty when I don't give back with these sort of situations. So I will purchase one lucky winner a copy of the ORBX Leeds Bradford scenery, and even if you don't have Microsoft Flight Simulator, if you have perhaps of X-Men 11, I'll get you some scenery from ORBX or whatever you like there. Yeah, we'll negotiate something there afterwards. How many nautical miles to your destination? About 70 miles to go. I think I still have it on the GPS here. So 70 miles, we're doing around 140, so about 30 minutes. But then we're going to fly the ILS procedural approach for runway 14 here. Ripslinger, what's the longest flight I have flown? About 5.5 hours. Remy, clickbait, real 737 pilot. Ah, yes, an oft-commented thing. Well, you're pretty much getting what you clicked on, and that's the unique selling point of my channel. I actually take the time to return to my simming roots and share some of the things I've learned along the way. And my goodness, I have to be on the ball. If I make one mistake, that's it. Thank you very much, Lawrence, for the £5, very kind. Hi, I landed back to the UK last week, not with Chow. Landed at 2 AM and noticed that no reverse thrust was used. Is that normal for late night landings? Excellent question, Lawrence Draper. So, yes, I actually work for a Japanese airline, but I didn't say that. Lawrence, excellent question. So what you might have not noticed is the fact they might have actually selected reverse but they didn't go beyond idle. So typically for the last flight or for noise, most commonly noise, there's a lot of airports. Copenhagen is an airport that comes to mind where if you use reverse thrust they get very cross, but for safety reasons obviously if you need to use it you can, but they don't approve it for normal operation. So it's very likely that they chose idle,
20.
which is why you didn't hear anything, so it was just selected and not anything beyond there, say second detent where you have a bit of thrust reverse working backwards against the edge. So that's I should say was the case there. Maybe I don't know for sure because I wasn't there, but we have to select at least idle reverse at every single landing. So if you need to have the reverse thrust selected, say if it's slippery or the braking action isn't good as expected, you can quickly deploy it if they're already extended. Thank you very much, Cap and Curve, for the $5. Very kind of you. So heads back down in here. We've got 19 miles to run from Gamston. You should be able to hear the ident, but because this is such a fancy pants system, I don't think you need the ident because you've got the 3-letter identifier here, but you should be able to if you select nav. It's very quiet. Can you hear it in the background? That's the Morse code Golf Alpha mic there. How do I turn up the ident volume? Very quiet. GME is the same but higher pitched. Or maybe I'm just imagining it. I can't hear anything. Perhaps the not the latter. Making good progress though. Lars, left hand side of the PFD. Let's try that again. I think that's turned up as loud as it'll go. Will you get track IR, says Mika? Yes, I think that needs to be invested. That's definitely an investment I'm thinking about. So you can see here, look, the automation is flying this radial for us, so you can see our drift, look. We're currently flying inbound on the 164 radial. The reciprocal then. So 344, we're heading around 335, so there's 9 degrees of drift here from the wind coming from the left. Actually, no, I can just push the button to sync heading, there we go. We're getting there, guys. You know what I just love about this? No, don't have to worry about downloading any Warfare 4 XP. I think I've spent so many hours trying to download Warfare. You just have it ready. The game is waiting for you. That chasing the sunset, that's so cool. So yeah, the next sector, guys, once we land in Leeds, we're going to do Salzburg to Innsbruck, and I'm thinking of using the snow preset. I've tried it, and the aircraft ices over really quickly. It's like you're in severe icing, which in an aircraft like this you don't want to be in. We don't want to be in any aircraft in severe icing, let alone a Cessna Caravan. But I think it'll be quite fun. So I might try it, and if it does completely ice over, I'll just have to rely on the instruments and see if we can get to Innsbruck. But it could be quite good fun, I think. If it doesn't work and everything starts freezing over, like the pitot tubes, we got all the we got here. We got stall heat wing, like de-ice pumps. Oh my goodness me! What are the de-icing facilities? We have boots on the wings here, or is it? I can't see this night. Yeah, so you know, I've never flown this aircraft. I like it because it sort of has the ability. Well, I think all the aircraft have the ability to navigate conventionally, which is good. I wanted to fly the default Cessna, but it was a little bit too long. We can cruise a little bit faster in this. In fact, I can probably go ahead a lot faster than we're already going now. Yeah, look, my power's only at 52%. We probably can cruise at 160. Speed up a little bit Thank you very much to Danny Crumpet for the £5. Hi Captain, loving the content. I can't wait to fire up the sim, just having issues with it crashing. I have to load up. Any tips would be great. Thank you very much Danny for your donation there. I have no clue why it could be crashing though. That sounds like it could be PC performance related. I've not had any issues. In fact, the sim for me has been very stable, and on my PC right now I'm running the sim, the streaming software, all of it at once there. So I'm afraid, I'm very sorry I can't give you much more guidance than that, I'm afraid, but I'm sure that the Microsoft Flight Sim forums would be able to help you there. Cool, so look at that, 5 miles to go from Gamston VOR. So what I'm going to do is revert to heading. There we are, so heading select. The aircraft's no longer following the radial. And what I'm going to do is tune the NDB for Leeds Bradford. So here we are, you can see we're approaching Gamston. Oh, thank you very much, Carlos Gassels. Just bought a cloth face mask, thank you very much. Outstanding. Which one's that one? It's the, if you can read this, you're standing too close. Face mask, thank you very much. There's the NDB then, 403. We'll look at that later as well. Have a look at the approach chart here. So 403. How do we select NDB on this again? There we are. I've got the chart open in front of me as well. That's for Salzburg. That's for later on. There we are. So Leeds Bradford. And we're going to be doing ILS Zulu runway 14 by NDB. So 403. We're just about to fly over the VOR, so I need to do this as quickly as possible. There's the Gamston VOR as well. So 4. Oh hey buddy, I'm so sorry I left you outside. Are you forgiven me? Marianne's very cross because I accidentally left the dog outside. I feel really guilty. It's not funny, no, I'm sorry. Uh-oh, I'm in trouble. Right, 403, we've just gone over the Gamston VOR. There you go, there's the needle spinning. So let's now press the transfer button. Toggle cursor. Press enter to transfer. There we go, so that's active now. And if we put this to GPS.vor ADF, how do I get the ADF to display here? No. No data for ADF. Okay. No data. All right. We're a little bit far out, perhaps. So I'm going to have to sort of guesstimate the heading here. I don't know what the outbound radial is from Gamston. Has anyone got a Pooley's chart? If anyone's got a Pooley's chart, a UK Pooley's chart, find Leeds Bradford, and they might show you from Gamston VL what the radial is from Gamston to get to Leeds. I'm sort of cheating using GPS here. No, item merchandise purchase. Andy, M71, one of my members, who's bought a remove after flight mask. Thank you very much, Andy, for the continued support as well, and the donation. Very, very kind of you. Jay, are there any turboprops in the game? We're flying a turboprop right now. You've got the what else is there? I think there's a few others. There's a TPM. There's a TPM, and a few others perhaps. But I think there's another one as well. I can't remember what it is. Yeah, I need to find out from Gamston what the ADF is, but yeah, it's definitely the right NDB that's tuned. It's a beautiful night. We could probably see Leeds if we look hard enough. Is there any option for the radial on the GPS map? Perhaps. Again, I'm not one that really knows how to use these systems. I was never fortunate enough to have any of this. I could also route the GPS direct to Leeds, which is Echo Golf November Mike. Let's see if I can get that police Bradford. Enter, activate. There we are. So we're now using. So this is going to make my life a lot easier. We can wait for the ADF to go here, but I can actually change the bearing to GPS. There we are. So the blue arrow is now pointing towards Leeds, which is great. And the heading's actually probably quite good. It's going to head towards us then. I mean, yeah, we're 33 miles away, so we're a little bit out of the range of the NDB. Thank you very much, Danny Crumpet, not only for your donation, but you've also joined as a member. Welcome aboard. Glad you are enjoying the content. You'll get invited to our members-only Discord, where you'll be free to answer any questions as you so please. And you've got a great bunch of guys there, all very passionate about flight simming and aviation generally. And again, to all my members, thank you very much for the continued support as well. As I know, I've been, I feel like I've been a bit lacklustre recently, and I know we've got the great flights organised. Having this opportunity, you know, with the sim just coming out for Microsoft Flight Sim 2020 and the interest it's generating, I just want to get as many of these streams done as possible where I can. I think you did not activate the GAM frequency. We've been on Gamston frequency mark for a while. Just need to get a little bit closer with the NDB. So what have we got here? 30 miles to go, and we've got GPS 31 miles. In fact, I could even use the course. I can line up the course now. So there we are. It's probably outbound on that radial. I think if you use approach on here, it follows the GPS line as well. I know we're just going to use heading for now anyway. I mean, it's just, you can't get lost with these systems. My goodness me, dearest. In fact, I can probably even select the procedure, can't I? Procedure, select approach. Approach. None. Does that mean there's none programmed, or do I need to? It's fine. I'm going to do it old school anyway. So I don't know how any of these systems work, and I've read online that they're not fully modelled. There's quite a few features missing. Do sort of need the NDB for this approach. The approach is based off it. What also I'm going to do is we're no longer using the GPS, it's tuned the ILS now, which is going to be 110.9. So that's actually for the reciprocal runway 32, I think. I don't recognise the ident. 09. Yeah, so that's they both share the same frequency, runway 14 and runway 32. So I'm actually going to wait a little bit longer because I think the sim just tunes the one that you're closest to, the one you'll be approaching. I've got a funny feeling looking over the horizon as well. That could be Leeds. Actually, I think that's Leeds straight ahead there. Sorry, I set the ADF, not NDB. I said set the NDB. You know what I meant, though. You know what I meant. Oh my goodness me! Here we go. An anonymous individual has bought a remove after flight mask. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, anonymous individual. Right. Anyway, let's have a little look at the approach chart here. As we get in a nice position, so you can enjoy the view whilst we look at the charts. That'll do nicely. So let me open up the charts for you there. Which your eyes will be bright. There you go. So if you're watching this at night time, it'll be very bright. So we're reading bound to Leeds Bradford. Let's now get the charts for Salzburg. For the approach we're going to fly. So we're going to fly a little bit of this. Okay. This is the ILS to approach for runway 14. So we're routing now essentially direct to this NDB. 402.5 and 403 should work. In fact, can I tune 402.5? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Back. It's only to the nearest. Oh, no, it's not. Oh, my apologies. It might be my fault I'm picking it up. No, still not picking it up. Oh, we are picking it up. There we go. So it actually helps if I tune the right frequency. So I want to now get rid of this CDI. Actually, no, I don't want to get rid of this CDI. I want to have the final approach track for the ILS tune, which is 139. So let's put this to 139, which we'll use later. So you can see we're routing direct to the NDB. It's actually happens just to be the same course as the runway there. Thank you very much again, Kieran, for the pound. Conventional navigation hold could be fun. I mean, it would be pretty straightforward here, Kieran. Straight in. Well, actually, no, this would be a parallel entry, but I've got plenty of streams and tutorials where we've done manual entry holds in the 737-200 and whatnot, so probably hold off today, but thank you very much, buddy. Right, let's get rid of this box. So you can see the blue arrow is pointing directly to the NDB, and I'm still in heading select here, just kind of dead reckoning towards the NDB. In fact, I should probably make a heading adjustment here because of the wind. So let's make a few more degrees to the wind. There we go. How do I get rid of this as well? Oh yeah, look, I forgot to turn the transponder on as well. There, altitude. Nothing to see here. Right, now let's have a look at this approach. There is Leeds straight ahead as well, which is a bonus. Right, so here's the chart. So we're going to be routing in from the south. As soon as we get here over the NDB, we're going to fly outbound on this 333 track until we get to 9 DME off India Lima Bravo Foxtrot, which is 110.9. Thank you very much, How a 3000 has bought a cloth mask. He bought the if you're too close, you can read this if you're sat too close mask. Mariner Design always. Thank you very much. Very, very kind of you. Thank you very much, David Madge, who just joined as a member as well. Welcome on board, sir. Glad you enjoyed the content. And enjoy your Christmas emojis in chat. It's like an automatic player. So, starting at the top here, this is the briefing stream. You start at the top here. ILS will tune later, 10.9, otherwise we're going to get the ILS at 3.2. Final approach course is 139. So, let's jump into the sim here, just to show you. Why are we turning? What have I done? I've accidentally pushed VOR somehow. Nope, I want heading, please. I think I accidentally pressed a button on the keyboard, which is assigned to capture the VOR, which I don't want. Final approach course for the approach is 139. You can see on the course select, I've already got 139 selected. And back on the chart here, height check at 4 miles, 2,200 feet. We should be established on the ILS at that point. We intercept the ILS. We're going to descend to from 6,000 feet to 3,000 feet when we're on the downwind leg here, on the outbound leg, I should say. Turning final, then we'll descend to 3,000. We'll intercept the glide slope at 6.1 miles, 4 miles height check at 2210. So at 4 DME, we should be exactly at that. Down to the minimum. So we're in a Category A airport, which is all the aircraft here. So we're going to set the minimums here of 874 feet, which is 280 yards. Standard Cat 1 minimum height here, so 874. Let's set that in here. Getting really close to it as well, 10 miles. Where's minimums? I know you're here somewhere. That's interesting. Reference heights. That's really cool. I didn't know any other speeds in this aircraft. Right. How do I toggle? Well, I'm trying to get to minimums. Ah, there we go. So minimums, we want to select Barrow. And what was the height on the chart? It was 874 feet. So put this to 880. And that way, at this point, we'll be 200 feet above the ground. Perfect. And at this height here, you must be visual with the runway, guys. Thank you very much to David G's bought a face mask, and I cannot read any of that text because I'm still waiting for a cable for my second monitor, so I have to squint on my Streamlabs overlay, which is half size because I've got Navicraft charts next to it. Thank you very much. I'm so sorry I missed your comment. Thank you for watching the mask there. Right. Anyway, minimums are set. How do I close this. There we are, barrier minimum is 880. So, we've got to be quick here because we're approaching the NTP. That's what we're going to do then. 880 minimums. If we have to go around, we'll climb straight ahead to 2,000, then climb right turn to 3,000 feet back to the beacon. There we are, look. We've made it. So I hope that all makes sense, guys. If you have charts available, you know, grab them. I'll bring them up a few times so you can observe the approach anyway, but we're getting ready now for that outbound track of 333 from the radio until we get 9 miles away. I just realised I didn't have the chart viewer up for you, so let me just show you again. There we go. So we're approaching the NDB here. We're going to go outbound 333 QDR from the beacon until we're 9 DME. You can see the distance here, and I'll be on the left of the HSI, and then we're going to fly onto the localizer onto the ILS. I hope that sort of makes sense. I know a lot of you here are new to simming, let alone instrument navigation, but I'll try my best to sort of explain what I've done. Oh, it's done it again. As soon as I come back into the sim, it's turning on its own. That's because I'm knocking saying, where's heading select? That is completely... right. That's really annoying because we're literally just about to go over the beacon. I think I'm using a shortcut, which in Microsoft Flight Simulator is engaging nav mode, which I'm using for Streamlabs. Anyway, into the cloud and overhead Leeds. There is Leeds Bradford. Again, don't forget after touchdown, guys, I will give away 1 copy of the ORBX Microsoft Flight Simulator Leeds scenery. This is the worst demonstration of the approach today. I'm really annoyed that I knocked something there to go into nav because we were meant to be going straight outbound, but we're waving all over the place here. Look at the NDB turning. If this was your instrument rating today, you'd be in trouble. I'll try and make a bit of an effort to get at least over the beacon, which is why I'm making this aggressive turn. Look at that, actually an IMC now as well. See outside air temperature 6, so you'd want a little bit of icing protection on here. At least I'm sort of routing towards the NDB here. QNH is 2953. You'd make a fantastic first officer tango, Delta. Thank you. Completely forgot about that. I think I'm about to set it. Where is the... How do you set the barrow? Okay. Descend now anyway. Right, anyway, that's the worst ever over the beacon flight I've ever done. Right, now let's go outbound now on the heading. So we need to go 333. We need to overshoot this. We need to get the tail of this needle, this blue line here, onto 333. So where the heading bug is, but there's a little bit of wind from the left, so I'm going to have to make a correction there. So we're now outbound on this procedure, just to show you here. There you are. There's a little pink aeroplane. We're not going to use that, as we're cheating. So keeping the tail of this NDB, which is blue arrow here, the tail of this on 333 for this entire approach. Now I'm going to have to make a turn to the left because look at this, we've got quite a strong crosswind here, typical Leeds. Let's make a heading adjustment here. Oh my goodness, thank you very much, sir. Who have we got here? Trader Vic, muffled cough. Thank you very much, I just about saw that. Thanks for continued support. Buddy, appreciate that. Right, big, look at this big, I'm not making nowhere near enough big crosswind correction here, so I need to get the tail of this needle over at 333. I'm being drifted off course here. I'm now going to set that ILS up, so 139 for the course, it is already there, so hopefully now when we go active on nav 1, yes, there we go, we've got India, Lima, Bravo, Foxtrot, so that is for ILS, the ILS approach now for runway 14. So we need to drag that tail of the needle onto 333, so I'm going to make a further correction here to the left. We also need to descend to 3,000 feet as well. There we are, and I think we have level change in this. It's like a 737. Where is it? Flight change? No, we don't have it. Yeah, I think we do. So if I push this, I believe if I reduce power, it'll just pitch for the speed. It's like a posh version of level change. Down it goes, amazing. Right, anyway, that's much better. So look at that drift. Look, I'm having a heading of 310 degrees, and I'm just tracking that 333 outbound on the NDB. So I'm going to make a slight turn here to the left. We've got a full 35 knot drift. So, oh gosh, I've completely forgotten all the dead reckoning. Is it? Oh my god, what is it? About 10 degrees drift. I literally forgot everything. There's probably some fancy tool on here which is telling me what to do. Anyway, we need to also have a DME distance, which I've completely forgotten here. So how do I get DME? I need a DME distance. Well, I've got no DME at the moment for this approach, so I won't know when to make this turn on to final. Nav 2. And we'll change this. How do I change this one? Ah, this is bad, guys. I need distance. CDI. No, I need that on lock 1. Transponder. How do I change this to get some? Go to PFD for DME. Ah! Thank you. Nav 1. Fantastic. Not great. So I've completely shot past just to demonstrate. That's why. Look at that. That's completely my fault. I completely shot past 9 miles because I was so long trying to work out how to work out where the DME was. Right, I need to make this a turn on final. So I overshot that completely. Need now to make a turn to intercept the ILS. So yeah, I wanted this up here. 9 miles was meant to start that turn on to final, but completely, as you can see now on the chart. Look, there we are. It looks okay on the chart, depicted as it should be. There you go. I feel bad. That was not the best demonstration. I can't wait to the comments. Why are we climbing? 3,000 feet, please. Just take the power off. Looking good. So we'll stay on this heading. We'll intercept the localizer. And we'll bring the speed back as well. Oh, level change is very aggressive. Whoa! There we are. Out 3,000. And I'll go back to idle and we'll go full RPM. Perfect. So we're just waiting for the course deviation indicator to come in. Please level off at 3,000. It should do. Out. Speed's coming back as well. So just to show you again on the charts, we're just intercepting the localizer here. We need to maintain 3,000 feet until 6.1 DME will intercept the ILS. So there we go. Cool. Oh, now it's coming in. Look. So let's adjust the heading. In fact, I go very lazy tonight. I'm feeling lazy. There you go. Approach. Localizer around. Oh my goodness, this upset a lot of people on my tutorial demonstration. They were like, you forgot to arm localizer. No, if you arm approach, it arms localizer and glide slope. There we are. So we're now established on the ILS. Well, no, we're not. We're established on the localizer for the ILS. There's the runway. Lovely. What's the weather like in Leeds this evening? It is probably very, very windy. So right now in Leeds Bradford, it's showing 16. Oh no, it's lovely. 16011 clear skies. No excuses, guys. If you're enjoying watching a 737 captain fly under IFR, not in IMC, in IFR conditions, don't forget to smash the thumbs up button. Don't forget to subscribe as well to stay up to date with my latest Microsoft Flight Simulator content. You'll find me on social media as well. I'm on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. It's not impossible for me to reply to all comments and requests these days, but always appreciate watching now. How many likes we got to? 2,100 likes. Superb. 2,500 likes before touchdown in Leeds would be great. And then we're going to do the next sector from Salzburg to Innsbruck, which will be even shorter. We're going to do that in the Beechcraft Baron. What else was I going to say? Don't forget, we're going to do a giveaway after landing as well. You will have the chance to win a copy of the Leeds Bradford ORBX scenery for your Microsoft Flight Sim 2020, which we're going to see very shortly. Perfect. ILS capture as well, so you can do some height checks. That's fine. We're on the ILS now, so you can see here 5.8 miles on the ILS. Let's do a height check on the chart. So let me just bring the chart up for you guys. So you can see here at 5 miles we should be at 2,580, and at 4 miles 2,210. So 5 miles. You can see you're on profile, a little bit low in fact. I'm going to take a notch of flaps now. big balloon from the flaps. My days. So we're a little bit high now. 24 knot wind up here. What was the next height check? 4 miles, 2,220. So it looks like we're really low. So 2,220.5. That would suggest we're really low. But I see 4 whites. Oh dear. That can't be 4 whites. That attitude looks fine. I think the pappies could be broken. 4 whites suggests you're very high if you're unsure. But we're bang on the glide slope. It doesn't matter about your altitude. What is the current pressure setting here? I feel like I might have the wrong pressure setting. Hence why the altitude is so incorrect. Because an ILS shouldn't deviate. Or matter on your altitude. The ILS is fixed there. I don't have the QNH. I need. How do I switch this to QNH here? But yeah, 4 whites. It looks like we're not high. We're definitely not at 4 whites here. The height check was just we're low, but that's because I think I've got the incorrect QNH setting. Final approach speed. What was it? 85 knots. Taking a notch of flaps. Slow down a little bit. 29053. Okay, it's the correct altitude setting then. Not sure why there's a slight deviation. Could be several reasons. It could be ORBX scenery. It could be there, but we're definitely. My goodness, no, turbine here. It's definitely not 4 whites. This is 2 whites, 2 reds. We're 100% on a 3-degree glide path. 500 checked. We're approaching the minimums point as well. 880 feet above aerodrome level. Press B. Oh yeah, it was a slight difference. Look, 2952. But that shouldn't make any difference on the ILS. Right. Anyway, disconnecting now. Where is the autopilot disconnect? Dong. Yeah, the pappies are broken. So is that probably is an ORBX scenery thing? That we're definitely not 4 whites now, guys. We're definitely not 4 whites. This is on profile. We're on the glide slope. This should be 2 whites, 2 reds. We'll see because I'll duck below the glide slope here to land on the threshold. Guys, don't forget to smash the thumbs up button. Can I get 2,500 likes before touchdown? We're only at 2,300. A bit of a crosswind here. Down we come. Yeah, look at that. 4 whites still. The pappies are broken here. We'd be 4 reds now. Slight display threshold. Cut the power. Float, 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 float. Long landing, long landing. We're down. Oh, a little bit of a bumper. Speed brakes up, reverses. Brake, see if we can make the first exit here. We didn't use any reverse. There you go. Tiny bit of reverse. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Leeds. We made it. Flaps up. And we made it over 2,500 likes before landing. Superb work, guys. Superb. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Leeds, Bradford. What a lovely flight. Our first ever kind of full proper flight in a stream here. I hope you enjoyed that and learned something new anyway. I'll let ORBX know that their pappies need realigning. They're currently have it set up, I think, for an air approach which is a lot shallower. Wow, so yeah, we've got some air. We've got a Jet 2, we've got a Rhino, we've got a Nigel here in his Embraer. I'm not sure if I'm meant to be parking here in general aviation, but we'll find a stand. And we'll do a little giveaway for the Leeds Bradford scenery as well, so stay tuned, you'll have a chance to win this. If you don't have Microsoft Flight Simulator and you'd like a copy of the ORBX Leeds for X-Plane, that's completely fine. Is that for me? Is that some marshaller? Not sure. I'm not going to follow him here. I'm going to park right next to this bizjet. I can't even see if there's a stand here. Okay, I'll just turn now. Let's just do a little handbrake turn. Yeah, I don't think I'm meant to park here. No, that'll do nicely. Right, brakes. Wonderful. Parking brake is set. Amazing. I've just parked somewhere completely random, and now let's pull the mixture. Oh, I should turn the lights all off as well. Wonderful. Look at that. Another successful flight, guys. I think it's about time we do a little giveaway, isn't it? And then we'll get everything set up for the second sector in Austria. But I hope you're enjoying the stream so far. Probably should do some more fuel cut off. It's just spinning over here. I'll at least turn the forward facing lights off. There we go. Actually, I'll leave the beacon on as the engine is still spinning. Probably meant to pull some sort of fuel cut off lever. Where have we got it? I pulled the mixture all the way back. Maybe it's something to do with the ignition system. I'm very sorry if you're a caravan driver and you're looking at me with very cross. There we go. Turn the motor off. That's spawning down, lovely. Right, well, I'll put some nice little background music in for the giveaway. Here it comes. Beacon light will turn off shortly as well. Here comes the music, perfect. So, the keyword is not sensitive, okay. Guys, so how this works is, if you're new to the channel and you would like to take part in the giveaway, all you need to do is say a keyword in chat. I will tell you what the keyword is very shortly. I just need to set it up in Nightbot. There we are. Keyword is going to be this. Perfect, it's entered. Alright guys, so all you need to do is enter the keyword, which I'll tell you very shortly. Well, I'm going to ask you a question. You'll then need to answer that question in chat to have a chance of winning. And if you are the very lucky individual who's won the giveaway today, which is a copy of the ORBX Leeds Bradford scenery, which I'll purchase for you, you need to get in contact with me via social media. Now, the way to do this is to show me your logout screen from your YouTube channel. So you need to press on the top right hand corner where your logo is, and then where it says sign out, that'll prove to me it is you with your logo and your name there. So that's all you need to do. This is the question, guys. We've just landed in Leeds, Bradford in the United Kingdom. What is the 4-letter ICAO code for Leeds, Bradford? It begins with E and ends in M. It is case insensitive, so you can use lowercase or uppercase. It's completely up to you. Ah, wonderful. It looks like the word is coming through, and there it goes. It's absolutely crazy. Wow. Zinger. It's actually upsetting Nightbot. Oh no, that's just some of you putting in some funny words. Ah yes, it's certainly picking up a lot of people who are eligible to win. Very good. You have correctly answered Echo Golf November Mike, which is the 4-letter Mike Echo for Leeds Bradford. One of you lucky people will be grabbing the scenery for ORBX for you to enjoy in Microsoft Flight Simulator. In fact, I will showcase this for you after I've done the giveaway too. I will turn off live weather. Ah, look at that. That's the beauty of this sim. Look, boom. You can just make it middle of the day. Perfect. Congratulations. Okay, that's all good. Now I'll now roll the giveaway, okay? And we'll see who is won. Here we go. I've rolled it. So the lucky winner is Akil Majid. Well done to Akil Majid. You have won the Leeds Bradford scenery. Your logo is green with the letter A in it. Congratulations. Your subscription status is private. I don't even know if you are a subscriber, so congratulations to you, sir. He goes yes in chat at 10:26:45. Akil, just drop me a message on social media. I hope you have Microsoft Flight Simulator or X-Plane 11 or some way of installing the Leeds Bradford scenery. But I hope you'll enjoy it, and then you'll be able to land at this airport as many times as you want. This airport, guys, if you're unfamiliar, very tricky in the strong weather conditions because its runway is 90 degrees to prevailing wind direction in the UK, so it often has strong crosswinds here. So that's it. Congratulations to you. Guys, I'll take you for a quick tour of the airport. Let's go here.
50, 40, 30,
one
20,
free camera
10.
drone. Who's that there? Thank you very much to CyberDats for the $5. Good to see you, brother. Currently at flight level 400 and 787 over Atlantic towards Boston from London. Wish me luck on landing. Excellent, Cyberdats. Best of luck with the rest of your sector. That's a long sector for you, but good luck coming in to land later. Thank you very much, buddy. Right, anyway, let's have a little look. So yeah, thank you very much to ORBX for providing the series. That is an awful amount of fuel for a Cessna Caravan, but thank you very much, Graham. That's the name of the fuel here. I'm still getting used to these controls, but yeah, this ORBX, they do loads of scenery. They already have scenery for oh, these gosh damn camera controls. They have scenery for X-Plane 11 already for Leeds. It looks of a similar quality here. How do I go up with the camera? No. This damn drone camera, I hate it. The one thing X-Plane has is a much better camera system. Right, that is forward, that's back. Are you a real streamer? You know what you want to do in chat. I can't remember the button to go up. Oh. Numpad, I've got the numpad on. Ah, but it seems to be rolling around the aeroplane. Drone focus. Yeah. Okay, I can recommend. Press R. Thank you, everyone. See if hopefully is doesn't show me anything. Anyway, right. Let's have a little look. Oh, Jesus Christ. I'll give you an inverted look at the scenery. There you go. Anyway, R and then what's down? Why is it? I don't like the view. Here's ORBX Leeds Bradford. Looks brilliant, and I'd recommend. Now I'm pressing W, R, E, F, and F. It's not working. This view of the scenery, I'm sure you can appreciate. Shows ORBX scenery in high quality. You can find it in the Microsoft Flight Sim marketplace, and it's looking very good here. But I'm pressing F, numlock F, off F. Yes, I'm going to revert to where I feel most at home, which is at the cockpit. Guys, let's quit this flight and then set up the next sector. Fascinating camera system they have. Right, let's now go back to the main menu. Continue. Very good. Perfect. Wow, thank you very much, Arnie, 1881 for the 100 Norwegian kroner. Hi, I'm not new to flight sims, but I have only used heading and vertical speed autopilot functions. Recently moved up to flying the DA62, where it's a good place to learn how the GPS autopilot stuff works. Arnie, I hope here will be a decent enough place for you to learn a thing or two. Certainly when it comes to using the GPS system of these aircraft, I'm not so familiar, but I'm going to be better at teaching you how to fly the more complex aircraft in time, but I hope that you'll at least subscribe and see what you can see here. But you'll find lots of information online on how to work those complex systems. Raycon, the cam system is very good when you set it up the correct way. Yeah, it's lack of experience on my behalf, so I must apologise there. I've heard it is pretty good there. Right, let's set up this second sector. So, again, we're going to start off now. We're going to do this in the Beechcraft Baron, okay? Now, my experience flying this aircraft in the sim is none. All I did was take off, go straight up to 4,000 feet to take the screenshot for this thumbnail, and I haven't done it. I like doing these things unplanned, so you can kind of see me do things in a bit more of an embarrassing manner. But when I fly the complex aircraft like the Zebo mod in the 737 and X-Plane, I like to, you know, practice that first to make sure everything's working correctly, because it is often updated. Thank you very much as well, Arnie 1881, for joining as a member too. Welcome aboard. Glad you are enjoying the content, and you get invited to our members only Discord. I really do need to change that at some point. Thanks a lot, Arnie. Welcome here, sir. Right, here's the Beechcraft Baron. Now, the reason I quite like flying this, I flew the Seneca 2 for my instrument rating 10 years ago, and I sort of treat it like a Seneca. Again, it does have all the fancy avionics in this aircraft, which is pretty old school, but wait, no jets. Yeah, the original plan was to fly a business jet from Leeds into not Schiphol, into Innsbruck, but I don't know. The Learjets, I don't know how they work really. I found them I jumped in and the systems were different, and the jets need a little bit of fine tuning. I think these sort of complex aircraft. So I think for me, I'll be sticking for general aviation, but I will do the occasional fun stream in the jumbo and the default 7.8. But they are basically modelled there. Right. Anyway, let's jump into the Beechcraft Baron. Let's go to Salzburg, which is Lima Oscar. Ooh, nope, I don't want that. Let's go close. Select the departure airport, Salzburg. We're not going to go live time, okay? We're going to go minus 12 hours. But, guys, should we try the snow preset and see if we can get all iced up and make it into Innsbruck? That would be proper IFR flying, but I might not get there in one piece because the snow and the icing in this sim is extremely aggressive. It's really, really severe icing. I might have to turn it off swiftly.
50, 40,
That's all set
30,
up there.
20.
Thanks a lot, Kieran Harvey, for the pound. For Econ Cruise in the Baron, remember 21, 21, 21, manifold pressure, 2,100 RPM and lean mixture gives you about 145, 150 knots. Love this aircraft. Kieran Harvey, I'll make a note of it. I've just put in big letters 21. There you go. Thanks a lot for your tidbit there. I appreciate it. Right, anyway, all I'm going to do here is go in a direct GPS line again, but we're not going to use this exact routing. We are going to route conventionally. We're going to use nav aids. I found that we can actually go straight onto the arrival after departure from Salzburg into Innsbruck and go that way. So, let's put ourselves on a stand
40,
here in Salzburg.
30,
It'll be
20,
runway... we're going to do the straight-in approach for 2.6 because you can just do a visual circuit in this aircraft anyway, but if we're in a big jet, we'd always do the circling here, which is more enjoyable. Thank you very much, Kaka Silver, for the 50 Norwegian krona. Hi, I'm thinking of taking PPL. Is it something I can learn on this game? Thank you very much, Kaka, for your kind donation. Yes, this has certainly got the good foundations here for PPL. What I must stress to you, though, is some bad habits can be picked up in the sim, and one thing that desktop simulators just don't give you is that sort of seat of the pants feedback which you get from a light aircraft especially. So yeah, I used simulators mostly for the instrument aspect of flight training. For the PPL, well, now with this new simulator, yeah, I think it could be pretty good because you've got ortho, you've got your real world down there, so you can actually properly navigate. So yeah, I think it's pretty useful. But from a handling perspective, no, I don't think there'll ever be a desktop sim which will teach you how to fly the thing by hand. But yeah, certainly can recommend it from an instrument point of view. Right. Anyway, flight conditions. Let's go snow, and we're going to go daytime. All right. Let's go 12 hours behind live time. So right now it's 21:35 Zulu. So let's put 9:35 UTC here. So the sim is running 12 hours behind live
50,
time.
40, 30,
So snow.
20,
This could be fun. This could go. It also could go very badly. Right. I think we're all good. Snow. 12 hours behind lifetime fly, and then we'll show the instrument charts what we're going to do. Thank you very much, Andy Conway, for the £5. Can you learn to fly the 747-800 models in Microsoft Flight Sim? Can only do the test training. Be nice to learn how to use the systems in larger aircraft. Thank you very much, Andy Conway. Yeah, certainly for general aviation, you can learn how to fly these aircraft quite in depth, but certainly not the default aircraft, the default 747 and the Airbus. They're great for newcomers who want to have a quick flight, but for in-depth learning, you're going to have to wait for a quality developer to come along, or a freeware developer even, to make you a realistic aircraft. That's the way it is, and a lot of people I've seen have been berating Microsoft Flight Simulator because they expected a quality payware aircraft. I mean, as I mentioned earlier in the stream, for Microsoft to have done that, they would have had to spend a lot of resources and time. I mean, as I've said, the Zevo mod is still being updated here, and that is, what, 3 years in development still, and still being tweaked. I mean, PMDG, those aircraft, I mean, they're developing one here that's not going to be ready until next year, and that's obviously all their resources are going into that aircraft. Oh my days. Wow, okay. Right. Oh my days. This is going to be interesting. Oh my goodness. Oh, thank you very much, Freckles. Just missed that there. Pound. Snow, can we get Fly Deck Sim single of a song from Frozen Kappa? I wonder if there's a flight data sim storyline for snow. Keep up the good work of the street. Thanks a lot, Freckles. There's probably something there. Right, first word of warning. If the conditions were like this, I would not be going flying. Jeez. I'm not going to get into Innsbruck like this off the localizer approach. We'll try. Firstly, in conditions like this, even if the aircraft is being protected with anti-icing fluid in a commercial airliner, your holdover time in these sort of conditions is very low, so you won't be able to stick around. I mean, this is not a nice day to go flying in a light aircraft at all. This is going to be very interesting. Right, I've not flown this either, apart from the sake of fun. Though. Oh, it appears to be. Is it? Yes. Dear Microsoft, can you please fix the fact that it's snowing in the cabin from Flight Data Sim? Right, anyway, let's get the show on the road. Checklist. Let's get the engine started and we'll have a look at the Navigraph charts for you as well. So before starting, engine parking brake is set. Throttle levels are idle. Prop RPM, max RPM. Condition levers full rich. Battery master switches on. Where on earth are they here? On the Seneca it was all here. There we are. Alternator switches on. Make sure the battery gets recharged with the engines. Fuel selectors check on. They are currently off. Oh, how much fuel have I got? I forgot to check again. Where's my fuel gauges? De-icing pressure. Right, we'll need plenty of that. Fuel selectors check on. Okay, I hope we have enough fuel. Prop max RPM. Which we have. Full rich. Right fuel boost pump on. Where is that? I'm just going to turn all this on now. Icing protection in op. Prop, windshield. We're having it all on straight away. Airframe de-icer. Otherwise, we're in severe icing. So a little bit of fuel pumps. Where's my fuel flow indicator? I should be looking at that. Ah, fuel quantity. Yeah, we've got more than half tank. That's more than enough. Okay. I didn't see the. I just saw the alternator load increase, but I didn't see a fuel flow change. Right. Throttle 1/2 inch. And we're now going to start engine number 2 first. Sounds like we're in business.
30,
It's a very quiet engine
20,
start.
10.
Thank you very much, Will Beauty, for the £2. I guess the snow never bothered you anyway. Okay, well, thank you very much. Oh dear. One of my members coming in there with an amusing donation. Snow's never really bothered me, but certainly in the sim it has. It's very quiet engines. Okay, that's done. Throttle lever just to 1000 RPM. Where? My avionics not on. There we go. Reduce RPM slightly then. There we go. Oil pressure check. So it's in the green for the right engine, and then repeat procedure for engine number 2. This is a lot simpler, I think, than it would be in real life. Oh, I need to hold it down, I think. There we go. So oil pressure is already in the green. Perfect. So yeah, you need to sit here for a while, I think, for the oil temperature to increase, but you can see it's actually increasing very quickly to make sure it's in the green before you taxi. Yeah, that's a very brief checklist after start as required. There we go. Right. So let's prop sync. We don't have one. Right. We've got as much icing on as well. We'll wing anti-ice lighting. We'll put the beacon on. That should be on already prior to engine start. Nothing to see here. Oh jeez. Right. This could be very, very interesting. Well, they don't even have ILS into Innsbruck, so I might have to adjust the weather slightly when we get there to ensure that I've got sufficient visibility. In fact, I might just crank it up slightly now. Snow depth, we can even increase it. Let me just adjust the precipitation, which I think will improve the visibility. Yeah, that's better. Just because we're never going to get into Innsbruck otherwise. Cloud base. right, I think
50,
we've got sufficient visibility to get in now.
20.
Thanks, Jack Williams, for £2. Awesome content. You make it look so easy. You haven't seen me try and land in the snow yet. Thanks a lot, buddy. appreciate the donation. Right, I just want to have a little look because I don't want to shoot myself in the foot. I think I've got more than enough visibility now to be able to land in Cat 1 conditions. Yeah, I reckon we should be okay. It'll be close, but yeah, we should be. It's going to be close, but we'll just want to have a look. That's roughly Cat 1 conditions there. Right. Anyway, let's have a little chat about this route. Let's have a look at the Navigraph charts. So we still have all the stuff here for Leeds. So what I'm going to do here is go to flights. I loaded one up earlier. There we are. So here we are in Salzburg. We're actually going to fly a standard instrument departure today. It is the Salzburg 1 Sierra, which gets us to the Salzburg VOR, which is just here. Now when we get to the Salzburg VOR, we're going to route this way, all the way to the Rattenberg NDB. And this is actually an arrival into Innsbruck, routing from Salzburg here, 226, all the way to Rattenberg. And then from Rattenberg, we join the localizer approach for runway, what is it, Salzburg, I can't remember now. What's the runway direction? It's been, so 26, runway 26 here. So let's have a look at the SID chart first. And it is the Salzburg 1 Sierra. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to climb straight ahead towards the Salzburg NDB, which is 410. So let me now jump into the sim, and we'll set to here 410. Enter. That's now active. And we press PFD, bearing 1, ADF, there we are. So we're pointing straight to the NDB. So it's essentially take off. We're going to head straight towards the NDB. Bringing the charts back up to for you guys. There we go. Once we get to that NDB, we're going to go outbound 300 until we intercept the 195 radial inbound to the Salzburg VOR. So we want to put our course to 015 and tune up Salzburg, which is 13.8. So 015 and 13.8. Oops, that's the pressure, which is 1410, so it is standard pressure. So Salzburg we are 13.8. Where is the what's the word I'm looking for? The course. There we are. Oh, that is so annoying. There we are. So 015, and then we need to tune the VOR, which is 13.8. Salzburg, there we are, perfect. It's already identified, perfect, perfect, perfect. So we've got the NDB, and then we're going to redirect to Salzburg, perfect. So the SID stop altitude as well. I've just realised I left the charts open for you. Sorry about that, guys. So you couldn't even see me tuning up the PFD. So yeah, 015, 13.8, and then when we get there, it's going to be a sharp left turn straight onto the arrival into Innsbruck. The stop altitude for this departure is 6,000 feet, so we'll set 6,000 feet here, and I'll make sure I hide the charts now as well. Now, how do I set altitude? So on the Caravan there was a little altitude button. How do I preset 6,000 feet here? So I've got an altitude hold mode. I have no clue how to preset the altitude to 6,000 feet. I'll set this to runway heading for Salzburg as well, which is 333. No idea what the wind's doing in the sim either, so it might be the wrong runway, but it'll work for us. Transponder, we'll put that out, and we'll clear this as well. Perfect. Out knob is simply missing. Welcome, Will Bewley. Well, welcome back, Will Bewley, as a member. You must have just left and rejoined. Thank you very much. Welcome back. Glad you enjoyed the content. Altitude knob should be where the white circle is on the lower left side of the right G1000 screen, but it's bugged. So there's no way of me presetting the altitude on the MCP. Fun. Okay. Right, so I'm going to have to manually fly this entire sector, aren't I? Great. Fantastic. Well done. You should cycle out hold to update the current altitude. Ah, that could work. Okay. Well, that's annoying, so I guess I can't preset it, but if I push out hold, it'll just update the thing there. That was a very good shout out there. Alright, so I'm guessing it's bugged and it's missing the altitude selector. Alright. Is that where it's meant to be? Probably. We're missing something there. Anyway, right, I think it's time to get the show on the road. I hope that all made sense with the departure briefing anyway. Now let's taxi to runway 33 in the mist and the murk. So where's my lights here? We've got taxi, landing. Perfect. Let's go. Right, I'll go outside so I don't run anyone over. Thanks for subscribing, everyone. And guys, we're up to 3,000 likes as well. If you are enjoying watching a 737 Captain flying Microsoft Flight Simulator in your spare time, don't forget to subscribe and smash the thumbs up button as we are taking off from a very wintry Salzburg. Right, where on earth's the taxi line? I'm only going this way around so I don't actually run over anyone. Cool. Look at these conditions. This is not a day to go flying. I'm trying to find a taxi line. Oh, there is one. We'll make a left turn here. All the creaking here. Making 0% sense but 100% fascinating, said Super Dragon. Thanks. It's really hard to see the taxiway that's actually parking there. There's snow and this is just incredible. I can't believe I've... Oh, where are we going? Am I stuck? Riley Warden, you sound very young. How long have you been a pilot? Oh dear. I've been an airline pilot for the 737 for 10 years. Have I got the parking brake set or something inadvertently? Hold on here. It's really struggling to go along here. I don't know if it's the weather. Oh my goodness me, there's something definitely amiss. I'm hoping this is a taxiway. Oof, you would not be going around this quick. I'm just braking really hard, just to see. Yeah, I think they've like modelled a bit of reduced braking action on snow because that was full brakes, and you definitely stop quicker with the default without these conditions. Well, there's no icing yet. I've turned on every icing device we have. Yeah, this is not a day to go in an aircraft flying like this. No way. Right, so yeah, you do power checks at some point in this aircraft, do the mag checks and the RPM drop, feather the props as well. But we're gonna go straight airborne here. It'll be fine. God, it seems to be really. This is way too fast for these conditions as well. You wouldn't taxi along this fast. We'll go full legs here. I'll do some of the pretty camera views, also we taxi to the whole point. Ah yes, that was the view I took for the thumbnail for this video. I'm guessing this, the Baron's certified to fly in light icing. So it's got all the icing protection. Oh, those textures are just awesome. So this is just default Salzburg, but again, the Innsbruck we're going to see shortly later is also from ORBX. Quite hard to taxi like that. Right, so we'll do a little bit of a before takeoff checklist there. So configuration, we're going to go flaps up for departure. Plenty enough, long enough runway here. Going to climb straight ahead towards the Salzburg or Sierra India NDB, which is straight after departure straight away. Left turn 300, and then we're going to intercept the 195 radial inbound to Salzburg. Again, a few times during departure, I'll flash up the charts. So just to show you again here, I've got a shortcut sign. There we are. So we'll flash this up a few times so we can monitor our departure path. And once we get to Salzburg, we're going to make a steep left turn to fly direct towards the Rattenberg NDB. Right, I hope that all makes sense. We're all ready to go. So let's turn the strobes on. It's a very short flight as well. I should think we'll be done in less than 30 minutes. So yes, we'll enjoy ourselves, guys. How many likes now? 3,165, 4,600 of you watching. Challenge, can I get to 3,500 likes prior to me putting the gear up on the Baron B58? There you go, that's the challenge I've set you. Perfect. Where's he flying to? Said Just Fabulous. We're flying to Innsbruck in Austria. Salzburg, Austria, then Innsbruck, Austria. Whoa, this is really fast. Oh, that does not look nice to go flying into. A bit off centre line. We'll sort that out on the takeoff roll. Right, guys. So I hope that all makes sense of you. Get your togas in chat. God, my goodness. Perfect. How many likes did you get to? I think we just shy of 3,400, 3,500. We'll get there. Right, off we go, guys. Oh, yeah, just checking the parking brakes released. Full power. Oh, it's really a crosswind here. Rotate, and we're airborne. I'm really out now. I'm going to go straight into instruments here. Gears coming up. Yeah, we're not messing around today. Next time we're going to probably see the ground is at 200 feet in Innsbruck. Right, anyway, let's. I'm going to go heads down into here. So we're already approaching that. Cool, look at the climb speed. Take a bit of power off here. Wait, a little birdie told me 2,100 RPM. Let's bring the prop back a little then. So it's 2,200 in the Seneca. That'll certainly do for now. 2,300. Right, so I'm routing towards the NDB. I'm already drifting here, so I'm not paying attention. Right, look at that. We're already passing that NDB. Because I was drifting after departure. See that blue needle turning. So remember, we now need to make a left turn. Right, there we go. Onto a heading of 300. So I'm going to pitch around. What's the best climb speed in the Seneca? I can't remember. 120. So I'm only flying on instrumentation now. Everything I need here is on this PFD. There's 300. So wings level. I'm just going to trim for around. God, this thing is fast. I'm going to go straight up to 6,000, remember, which is the sit-stop altitude. Don't mess around here, because there's a lot of mountains around. Oh, visibility's improved quite a bit, to be fair. But yes, the Alps are just beyond there. Oh, look, we've got some icing, look. Look at that. Uh-oh. Oh, jeez. How's the windshield looking? Well, I've got all the windshield ice protection on, so we should be fine. Oh, I don't like this. Don't like this sort of flying. Right. Let's get back onto that heading of 300. Ooh, that was me. I need to change my. I need to turn down my sensitivity a little bit. Right, so let's go to this view here. So hopefully, if I bring up the charts, we should be tracking 300. There you are. So you can see there. We're going to wait until that green line, the course deviation indicator, shows we're inbound on that radial. Then we'll make a right turn into the Salzburg VOR. So that green line being this one here. Approaching 6,000 feet. This thing is fast. And hopefully, if I push out, the altitude will preset and level us off at 6,000. As soon as we get to Salzburg, we need to continue climbing as well to get much higher, otherwise we're going to hit mountains. A lot of high terrain around here. smash this to match the heading bug. There we go. And there's 6,000, so I'm just going to push out now, which will... Why is it saying 1,400? No. There we are, 6,000, so... Reduce that power now. Cool, I've already reduced it to 16 inches. Right, there's 6,000. And now we'll get the automation in just to make my life a little bit easier. So let's go. Autopilot, altitude, heading. There we go. Perfect. So now we're just waiting for that course deviation indicator to come in. Again, if you check the charts now, we're approaching that point very soon where we're going to be intercepting that VOR. Oh my god, is it doing it automatically?
50.
It's already on VOR. I must have had it armed. Look, it's already intercepting that VOR for me. So there we are now, inbound on the 195 radial to Salzburg. What can we see outside? Oh, look at that. We're just on top of cloud. Perfect. That means that... Oh. That is some serious icing. Like, bad. Jeez. Have I got any de-icing boots? Thank goodness I've got my windshield heat on prior to departure, but yeah, now we're on top of cloud. We should be okay, but that is some serious amount of icing. That's severe. That's severe. My goodness. Who we got here? Thank you very much to Maverick0698 for the $5. How does one go about learning autopilot systems in various aircraft? One must study the manuals, Maverick. There's so many different ways of going about it. I'll hopefully be making lots of tutorials and continuous streams like this, so you can learn to use some of the various systems and things. But they're all pretty much the same. Right. Anyway. Inbound to Salzburg VOR. There you are again. Making superb progress. And as soon as we get there, which will be very soon, we'll make our left turn inbound to Innsbruck. We're cruising very fast here. I need to bring the RPM back a little bit. 66. 65, there we are. Yeah, this is... Oh, wow, what's happened to altitude? Why is it slowly descending? And I don't have... Right, so hold on. Altitude. Nope. Heading. Nope. I want lock. Okay, let me just match the heading here. Oh, we're drifting. We're drifting. Heading. Select. Okay, so somehow I'm now going to have to disconnect the autopilot because the altitude selector is broken. So I'm just going to disconnect the autopilot. I'm going to pitch up to 6,000 here. Altitude 6,000, re-engage the autopilot. There we are, now it's maintaining heading and altitude for me. Back into the cloud we go, so I really want to get above this so we can get out of the icing. You can see a bit of terrain below. And also a distance from the VOR here. Not sure where's the... Oh, I think I've lost the DME distance, so I'm literally about to go over the VOR, I think, here. Oh, look, 1 mile, 0.9. Right, we're about to go right at the beginning. So we need to make a left turn now. Inbound to the Rattenberg NDB, which is in Innsbruck. And we definitely need to climb now. We definitely need to climb because we're going to hit a mountain. So we're going to go up to 9,500, which is the minimum sector height on this part of the leg here. So I want to just hand fly and go on this heading initially. I'm just going to grab some charts as well background, and I'll show you these very shortly. Where's my charts for Innsbruck? So Innsbruck charts and start. I just want to know what the outbound is. 226. So I need to go outbound 226 here. This is very dangerous now because I'm heading towards high terrain. I need to climb. Do the rest later. Right, disconnecting the autopilot. Full power, full RPM. Because I'm going towards terrain. Right, heading 226. Checked. You can see the mountain on displayed here. So 226, and I need to set the course deviation to to 226 as well, because that's our outbound radial. 9,500 we're going to, which is the minimum for this part of the arrival. It's hard to explain because I can't get the charts up for you right now, but you'll see all very shortly about it. Saying fly left. So we're going to intercept this outbound radial now, 226. Approaching 1 to go as well, 9,500. Climbing very fast as well. Still in the clouds. Still as icy. We should be just on top of cloud now, which is good. Perfect, so here comes the radial, so we're going to make a right turn now. And try and level off at 9,500 feet at the same time. This is proper instrument flying, it's awesome. There's 9.5. Let's reduce that power as well. Ooh, no, don't descend. Let's now decrease our workload. I'm going to reduce RPM way too much. Whoa. So 9,500 altitude. Autopilot's in, heading in altitude, and let's have a little bit of nav as well. VOR, perfect. So where are we going? Autopilot, come on, 9,500. And we're just on top of cloud now, that's brilliant. So a lot of you I can see in the channel asking, what on earth is going on? Well, let me now show you. Okay, also got a bit of automation in here. There we are. I brought the chart up already for you to see. So we're currently now outbound from the Salzburg VOR. We're now routing direct to the Rattenberg NDB. And the Rattenberg NDB is the beginning of the arrival into Innsbruck for runway 26, the localizer approach there, so which we're going to fly and hopefully land in these snowy, inclement conditions. And you can see here that was the importance of getting up to 9,500 feet. If you don't, you're going to hit the side of a mountain. So we're safe at this altitude now. So once we get to Rattenberg, we're going to be flying this approach, the localizer approach for runway 26. So we're going to get to Rattenberg, then fly outbound on the 210 QDM, or QDR, sorry, from Rattenberg NDB until we get to Adwig, and Adwig will intercept the localizer for runway 26, and then we'll descend on the path here, which we'll do using vertical speed through height checks, and we're going to do that all the way until we get to our minimums, which will be 356 AGL. So we should be able to see the runway here. So 250 we need to set for our minimums today. I hope you're enjoying this and finding it educational. I know some of you it's beyond what you want to see. I know a lot of you want to see me do barrel rolls. There you go, look, I can even see a loopy loop in the comment, but this is I'm more of an educational content creator, just sharing my experiences as an airline pilot, let's say. Right, what are those minimums? I've already forgotten. 2250. So, if I remember rightly, it's here. Turn that to on, barrow. It's going to take some time to roll. Cool, I need to set my power here. I'm absolutely flying along here. Oh, that's annoying. That's quick. Come on, quick. 2250. There we go. So the minimums are now set. Perfect. So I hope that all sort of makes sense. We're now going to tune the Rattenberg NDB, which is just showing you here 303 right there. So we'll also needle to point towards. We'll need it for the approach anyway. I've actually got to print out the chart as well. I'm that prepared. 303 for the NDB. And let's just do something about our power here as well, because we're going around so fast. We should do that with independently as well. That'll do. Perfect. So 303 we need to now tune. Three, 0,
50, 40, 30,
3, enter, transfer.
10,
We got here.
Not sure if its ice detection is functional. Could try switching surface to ice to manual instead of auto. Just want to let you know, good luck, we're all counting on you.
Thanks a lot, Kieran. Not sure if ice detection is functional. Could try switching de-ice to manual instead of auto. Just want to let you know, good luck, we're counting on you. Kieran, I don't know how to work any of the icing systems on this aircraft. I've just left it all on. I think they've got some sort of boots as well, which is like on the Seneca, but appreciate that. Thank you very much as well, Christian. When you see a cool switch and it says in op, feels bad. Yes, unfortunately it's not all modelled, I'm afraid. But yes, we do have still a little bit of icing, not as bad as it was, but what do we have down here? So hold on, let me just make sure we're routing in the right direction here, and we have the NDB tuned. VR1 here. Yes, we are routing direct to the NDB. You can see the arrow in the background there. That's great. And I just want to make sure that we have the 1111 on standby, and then we'll have a look at the de-icing systems. This is for the localizer into Innsbruck. So 1111, leave that on standby. Nav 2 we can tune as well. I'll even make that one active. Bit out of range, I think. Yes, we are. Cool. So how do we know when we're overhead the Rattenberg NDB? Well, we can work off the distance from Salzburg VOR. So again, if I go to the arrivals here, you see it's 51 miles, so when we're 51 miles from Salzburg, we'll be overhead Rattenberg, and when we get closer, we'll start routing towards the NDB using heading select. So 51.6, we're 23.7, so not far to go. We need to maintain 9,500 feet all the way until localizer capture. So what have we got de-icing wise? We've got fuel vent in op. In op, we definitely want the P2E on. Prop, windshield, surface, auto. It's not doing anything. These are boots anyway. These would inflate and then break the ice off. With the horizontal stabilizer as well. That is yeah, that is alarming. Just to show you why it's important to maintain minimum safety altitudes, so you can just see the terrain poking through here. Leave that on auto, I think. It's not doing us any harm. Lovely. Wan, if icing got bad, would you be authorised to do some manoeuvres to release the ice? Not really. There's no manoeuvre you can do to get rid of it. You just have to immediately fly out of the icing conditions. That's the best thing to do. Prevention is better than the cure, of course, but on an aircraft like this, it is not designed to fly in kind of moderate to severe icing. Even the 737 is not certified to fly in severe icing. And you might find you're having to navigate your way out of it. I've never really experienced severe. I've had moderate plenty of times, but not what I'd call severe icing. Freezing rain. If you ever see freezing rain on a METAR or depicted, get out of it. It can be really nasty. You can get a significant amount of ice buildup. But this is proper IMC stuff today. Oh, sorry guys, the charts are still open. Sorry, thanks for that. I've got my second monitor here. I'm just waiting for a cable to arrive, and then I'll be a professional streamer. I'll be able to see what is open and closed at all times. At the moment, I don't, because I only have one monitor. Hey, where are we deviating to? Roll autopilot. That's great. I thought I was on nav. Alright, we'll put nav back on. There we go. That's why we're deviating north of track. But we're nearly halfway. Snow looks epic. Well, the ski runs look down here as well. Ah, 65, thank you. Nav is not selected because of CDI mode changes. Very interesting, didn't know that, and now I've learned something new as well. Brilliant, thank you. There we are, back on it. Perfect. So yeah, we're just waiting for that DME distance of 51.6, and then we're overhead the Rattenberg NDB, which is also on this radial outbound from Salzburg. It's going to get real fun soon, guys. So I'll get the other chart up as well now for the approach, and we need to maintain 9,500 feet all the way until we get a DME distance of 19 miles. 19 miles. Once we're 19 miles away from the runway, we can start our descent from 9,500 feet.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Thank you very much to M. Midat Salam for the $2. Thank you very much, sir. So what's this now? 34 miles from Salzburg. Looking good, guys. We're punching along 160 knots. You used to cruise at 140 in the old Seneca. Good. God, look at the prop. I mean, that is not good. What is the actual outside air temperature? Minus 23. Let's have a look at our icing then. Not great. Get it there, all forming at the back. There doesn't seem too much drag forming from the ice yet. I don't know how well that's modelled. But yeah, you can expect a decrease in lift and increase in drag. I'll try and shout. That ain't looking good. Epic. So, 39 miles. We're approaching the point where we can start our turn to outbound from Brandenburg NDB. Awful conditions. Was trying to get the charts up, so there we go. So we are routing directly to Romeo Tango Tango, outbound from the radial from Salzburg, which should intercept with the NDB. Remember, so we're at the NDB, we're going to make a left turn 210 until we intercept the localizer. Hopefully we'll pick up the localizer ident prior to that point. Otherwise we're going to go straight through it towards a mountain. Which is, look at this terrain. We're at 9,500 feet. You're at 9,000 feet high terrain just to the south of the aircraft. Just don't want to mess around places like this. Look at the MSA, look, 14,500 to the southwest. But we're getting close, look, 41 miles to go. It's great having this though as a backup. I'll admit. You can zoom the range there is the Rattenberg NTB. Bit of an FPS drop there. You can see, look, there's a slight deviation now from the radial and the NDB. So, I'm now going to revert to heading select, and we're just going to fly direct to the NDB in heading select. So I can get everything now set up for the localized approach. So, the final approach track for this approach is going to be 255. I'm just flying to the NDB now. I'm also going to make 110.1 active. It's the wrong SAS at the moment. That's the incorrect ident. We're looking for Oscar Echo Victor, so it's picking up something else, but it doesn't matter for now. Thanks for subscribing, guys. Welcome on board as well. And we've got 4,300 watching. I think we might have outwished our likes target. 4,000 likes prior to landing, I think would be an epic achievement. What's the wind doing up here? Where is it? Where is it? Back. GPS mount. Fuel. PFD. Wind. There we go. Option 3. 5 knots. Okay, that's fine. I like that one. So yeah, we're just routing direct to the NDB. That's all I'm reliant on. Again, we're going to back on GPS, but look how close we are now. You'll see this blue needle swing around very quickly. And remember, bringing up the charts. There you go. There we are. I can see the aircraft now as well. So there we are. As soon as we're at Romeo Tango Tango outbound 210 degrees. Awesome stuff. Well, if you're enjoying the video, as I said, don't forget to share it as well. Try and get this video out to as many people as possible. Say, I watched this guy. He says he flies real planes and he's flying these approaches. I think he's amazing. Share it with your friends. Right. Anyway, here we go for the needle swing for the NDB. It's going to go pretty much straight over the top and then straight outbound 210. So this heading's quite good. Hardly any wind in the sim, which is good. And explain the autopilot a bit. Well, they're all pretty much the same on these sort of aircraft. Where are we going now? No, lock approach. I don't want that. Heading select. It just changed on its own. Unless I knock something again. But there's the needle dropping as we fly over the Rattenberg NDB. There you go. Look, bing. Watch the needle drop. We now want to have the tail of this. Sorry, the tail of this needle on our outbound track, which will be 210. There we go, look, wow, straight over the top. I'll try, I'm very busy now, I don't have too much time to answer many questions. Anyway, there you go, look, outbound 210, we want to keep the tail of that needle 210 now until we intercept the localizer. So a little bit left. So I'm using a technique called push the head, pull the tail. If you want the tail of a needle towards you, you need to fly your heading away and that will drag the tail towards it. This is very basic instrument flying, there we are, that's more like 210. You can see on the chart 210. Perfect. Close the charts. Oscar Echo Victor. Oh, what? It's going localizer again automatically. Is it doing it? I don't like that. It seems to be intercepting the localizer on its own, but I want to stay in heading until I'm right on the extended sensor line. I don't know where it was turning to then. And what tool was that? That was Navigraph charts. Navigraph charts you saw. So we're just going to stay on this heading until we intercept the localizer. We have the ident now, Oscar Echo Victor, and then we can initiate our descent from 19 miles. As soon as it's at 19, we can start descending. You can see, look, if you're obviously a little bit of visual here, but a lot of high terrain around. Oh, a nice little pretty rainbow as well. Superb. Heads in. We need to be looking at this instrument here. I hope it works. I've not tested this. Looking good. You can see here's all the RNAV waypoints associated with the approach, so I hope that localizer deviation bar starts swinging. There it is. Look, here comes the localizer deviation bar. So as soon as that green line's in the middle, we're on the extended centre line for the approach. I think it's slightly offset, so you'll probably find you're not completely lined up with the runway. ETA, less than 10 minutes now. We touched down less than 10 minutes. Let's intercept manually. Right, so we're now waiting for 19 miles. Once we're at 19 miles, we can start seeing... We've got a glide slope here. It must be some sort of programmed 3D glide slope. Well, I could just push approach and that would be much easier. We'll do some height checks on the way, I guess. Let's try it. Oh no, that's disengage autopilot. Oh, heading, where's approach? Approach. Localizer glide slope capture. Wow, okay, we're going down, it would seem.
50,
Which is power.
40, 30.
Right, well I think we have an ILS here, it would seem. Thanks a lot, Trader Vic. We have clearance, roger, roger. What's our vector, Victor? Very good. Airplane. Amazing. Well, this has made my life considerably easier. We're now descending on a sort of, I guess, virtual ILS. Well, I don't know if they have glide path here. I thought it was only a localizer, but it might be the way that it's programmed. That's going to make my life a lot easier. Let's do a height check. So, 17 miles. Let me bring up the chart for you here. 17 miles, we should be at 8,700 feet. Well, at 16 miles, look, we should be at 8,300. So let's have a look at that. 18 miles. Oh no, that's not correct. 16 miles, 8,300. It's working. 16 miles, 8,300 is close enough. Alright, well, now we're just going to pray, guys. We're going to carry on going down. Go from there. Maybe they have ILS here, but I'm looking at a chart which is the localizer only chart, so it probably doesn't got the ILS depicted, so we'll take it and go all the way to minimums. But yeah, can't see anything. We're completely reliant on instruments. It's now starting to snow, so we're getting back into those icing conditions.
50, 40, 30,
It's snowing in the aircraft, it's worth noting.
10.
Thanks a lot, Tim Berry, for the $5. That's very, very kind of you. Glad you're enjoying the content. Appreciate that. So we're going to go full RPM now. Add a bit of power. Maintain about 100 knots at this stage. Elevation at Innsbruck is 1,900 feet. Okay, so we've still got a while to go. There's mountains either side of the aircraft as well. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. That is awesome. Just like in real life. You get the halo rainbow effect from the sun, which is directly above us. That is just wicked. So cool. Yeah, John, a GNSS based approach. Well, no, I am localizer approach. It is following a physical glide path, a glide slope. This is an RNAV based. It seems to be following an actual glide slope here. But yes, we'll be touching down very shortly. Down we go. This is why you got to really trust your instruments, because you can't see out the window. Your aircraft's icing up. Yeah, so it gives a slightly steeper glide path. Yeah, it is 3.77 degrees. Nothing to see, so I'm just controlling the speed around 110 knots. Should be going a tad slower. We've got around 11 miles to run. What is the actual DME distance? It does read 0 at the threshold. Okay. This approach here is pretty complex. There's an RNAV missed approach technically, so we've got to go straight ahead to a waypoint and then do a 180 and essentially fly out the valley the way you came. No fun in these conditions. So you can see a bit of the ground coming into view. Jesus. That is icy. Yeah, you wouldn't want to see this in real life, I can tell you that. Looking good. I wonder if they'll have the same issues with the Pappies here. I hope not. This is making my life so much easier. I thought I'd be localizer only and then using vertical speed to control our rate of descent. Ah, yes, someone's missing the Innsbruck scenery. Ah, yes, well, I think there's plenty of videos of showing the scenery, but I'll turn the snow off after we've landed. But this is sort of demonstrating. We've got valleys both sides of the aircraft now, with a lot of terrain. No fun indeed. We're in moderate icing. Thankfully, it's the windscreen's looking okay. Stay on target. Stay on target. This is untested, but as well, I've not tried this, but looks like I can see a runway here. It's looking where it should be. Let's do another look at the chart. We're just about past 8 miles. Let's have a look at 7 miles for you. Here's Navigraph. So 7 miles. We need to be at 4,700 feet. There's 7 miles coming up. Looking very good, guys. We're bang on profile here. 7 miles, 4,700 feet. Perfect. So the height distance checks. Is this live weather? Negative. Snow. It's the snow preset in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Is this live? David Charlton. Yes. Hello. Did you just reference Star Wars? I might have done. There are other sci-fi films available. 6 miles to go. 2,000 feet above our minimums. Is that snow coming in the cabin? Yes, it would appear I've got a small leak. Nothing to really worry about. That icing's getting worse. Cool, better. Again, there's probably a way of firing off the boots, but I can't see anything here. Every sort of de-icing heater on here. The boots, basically, you let the ice build up and then you fire off the boot to shed the ice. Oh, I'm really upset that they changed all my regs to the default one. Thanks a lot, AMW, for the $3. Finally caught a stream. Thanks for your content. That's very kind of you. Glad you're enjoying the show. Thank you very much. I can't believe it. We're getting so many viewers coming in now as well. 4,684. Incredible. Guys as well, we've got 4,000 likes. All very, very kind. We're just on a short final now into Innsbruck with the middle marker coming in. I'm going to start slowing down actually. Let's take a notch of flaps. Take the gear as well. Poof, that came down quickly. Final approach speed I reckon about 80. Let's do the same as the Seneca, 85 knots. So we're 1,000 feet above the minimums. Not looking good. I hope it starts clearing up a little bit. So by the minimums, this height here, 2,250, you have to see the approach lines at least. The last stream was 8,000 viewers, I know, I couldn't believe it, so many. 8,808, that was the most concurrent viewers. Right, we really need to start seeing something soon. So this is ORBX Innsbruck scenery. I'll take the opportunity to send the snow off so you can have a look at the scenery as well. Ah, look ahead, ladies and gentlemen. In the mist, I see some approach lights. Oh, they've gone again. Damn it. I spoke too soon. Just about to go through a cloud. Please come back. It's the Baron icing certified, I think, for light icing, Cyber Shadow. I wouldn't really want to be flying in these sort of moderate icing conditions. That's looking better. Okay, ready to disconnect the autopilot. Right, we could now continue the approaching minimums. Autopilot's disconnected. I'm now hand flying. I should probably wait until I get a bit low, ideally. So I'm going to go 85 knots, which is the same approach speed as the Seneca was. On the Pappies, can't quite see. Ah, oh, look at that, just come out of the cloud. Nice, a bit high here, 4 whites. 3 whites now coming in. Still a bit high. seating position correct here. 2 raised 2 heights now on the correct path. Speed's a tad high, so just reduce a bit of power. Look, it looks absolutely sensational, I'll give you that. And that's why it's so important to actually navigate using instruments. Look at the terrain around here. Look at that, that is absolutely spectacular. Absolutely spectacular. Cut the power. Hold her off. Hold her off. Hold her off. And we're down. Gently lower the nose. The runway will be pretty slippy. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Innsbruck. Let's do a little 180 turn, I think, here, because we need to vacate there. We made it! We didn't freeze into a million pieces. In fact, I might do a little 180 on the runway. Look at this, these conditions. Amazing. There you go. Well, I hope I did a nice demonstration of some IFR flying. The sim's absolutely fine to practice this sort of stuff. I just can't wait until we get some decent commercial jets to try out. Look at the aircraft. These conditions are just incredible. It's so realistic. It looks sensational. It looks so good. Wicked. I think that's probably where I should park with the general aviation stuff, but we're going to go park in the main terminal. Shame we can't do replays. How long have we been streaming for? Nearly 3 hours. Amazing. What's the time here in the UK? Approaching half midnight. I said I'll go till midnight, so might have a little bit more fun yet. Creak, creak, creak. God, it sounds like my back. It's just such an incredible sim. I'm so impressed with it. Right, let's turn all the de-icing off now. And what we'll do is turn the taxi landing lights off. Whoa, I've just gone past the taxiway. Where am I going? Oh no. Where are we going to park, guys? I'll go park next to the 2E75. Anthony, I saw that. It's all those cardboard boxes I had to take out. Oh dear.
30, 20.
What we got here? Thank you very much to Cyberdats. Another happy landing. Thanks a lot for the $5, buddy. Appreciate that, buddy. Is this guy? Is it the Polizei? Oh no, we're not in Germany, are we? Does he wish to see me? Are you gonna move? I'll just park here. Oh, that's close. Nearly made a bit of a mess there. Alright, well I thought he was going to guide me in, but I'll set the parking brake. No, what are you doing? Oh, that would make a bad... Yeah, that would be a mess. Yeah, okay. Did you like my metal hitting metal sound effects? Right, anyway, so I haven't done any sort of checklist on the taxi in here. You run the engines, do another mag check prior to shutting them down. We certainly did in the Seneca. And we'll just call the mixture there. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Innsbruck, as I said, in these inclement snowy conditions. What a flight this has been. Oh my goodness. Right, what I'm going to do here, bet he's got the heater on there as well. It looks really warm in his van. What I'm going to do here is turn the weather back to clear skies. Pwah, look at that. Cool. And I'd like to show you the scenery. This is from ORBX as well. Again, massive thank you to ORBX for sending me their scenery for Microsoft Flight Simulator for you to have a look. Again, I'm going to attempt to use this showcase camera, which I have been led to believe is rather good. Once you get to know how to use it properly with all the commands. For me, I'm still getting used to it, but yeah, it looks pretty good. And the performance, I mean, you can see my PC specs below. It seems good. There's no noticeable drop from, say, compared to the default scenery. It's pretty impressive. Now, how was no, that was rotate camera. That was yeah. There we go. There we are. Look at that. We can go and zoom around. Can't remember how much it is. £13, £14, but Yeah, I mean, this is the future. You look at the scenery here. I mean, look at Innsbruck. I mean, it just looks absolutely sensational. Oh yeah, it is a drone cam basically. Yeah, once I get a little bit more comfortable with these controls, we'll be drone camming all day. But it does look really good. There's our little Seneca, well not Seneca, sorry, a Baron. Being hit by a little van here. I think what we should do is have a little look around Innsbruck, because I think the scenery you get in the town as well. You know what I should try? I might do the first ever Flight Sim live stream seaplane landing. Should we take the icon and see if we can find a river or a lake to land on? I think that would be fun. And then we'll call it a day, because I always try to stream until around time, so we'll go all the way to midnight. And let's give that a go. But yeah, thank you very much, ORBX, for handing out that scenery. If you if you're from Innsbruck, you'd probably really want to have the scenery as well, as it's close to home. Let's end the flight. Cool. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the demonstration of the instrument flying at least. Yes, says John. Is the church there for the curved approach? I think you're referring to the circling approach. Let's have a look. We'll grab the icon in Innsbruck. We'll attempt to do a seaplane landing. I've never tried it out, so it'll be under propellers. There it is. I've not even flown it. Innsbruck. Let's go live. Beautiful weather for a change. I've done enough snowy weather. Flight conditions checked. Live. Just not the lifetime. Fly. Very late, but so... we'll just do 15 minutes. Let's go check out the ORBX Innsbruck scenery. Jude Willoughby, so glad I caught the end of this. I hope you enjoyed the instrument flight. You selected clear skies. I did miss Luigi. We've done enough snow flying in IMC today. Elevated network. If you turn on dev mode, there's a tool that allows you to change aircraft with the sim without having to reload. Ah, that would be useful. Cool. How many likes are we up to? 4,200, 3,800 of you watching. Thanks a lot for everyone that's subscribed as well. I think we've... I mean, it's crazy. These streams are crazy at the moment. I'm getting... Oh, what are we up to now? 60,000... I'm getting like over 1,500 subscribers a stream. It's just crazy.
Ready for straight out departure at runway 26.
There we are. Look at this beast then. I mean, this is just something else. I'd love to own one of these. Just imagine. What a machine. And this is as simple as it gets. Simply just a power lever, and that's it. Right, let's go take a look around Innsbruck then. Let's please parking brake. I have no idea what the speeds are, the best speeds or anything like that. Engine run up. Okay, right. We'll presume we'll fly like a Cessna, I think. Although it looks like it will struggle to do anything too fast. Those ticks just look a bit blurry. Wow, it's so modern in here. I mean, that's super cool. Right. Anyway, let's give this a go. Full power. That sound. What's wrong with my textures? It looks like there's a bit of moisture here. The angle of attack gauge looks a bit... Is this full power? I think we might need a longer runway. I hope there's a little bit of a river or a lake for us to try our first ever seaplane landing in. Should we rotate? They're airborne. Look at that. I'll turn the flaps off already. It's quite nippy. Gear up. Members, this would be a fun group flight, I think, in something like this. Let's go check out the scenery anyway in Innsbruck Airport. What a cool aircraft. I want one of these. There's the terminal anyway. Roll rate's pretty quick. There is a river for me to land on. What an awesome plane. I saw one of these when I went to Seattle when Microsoft invited a few of us guys to Seattle, they had an icon there. I remember seeing it, and it had lots of Microsoft Flight Simulator stickers on it, which is pretty cool. But yeah, that's the ORBX Innsbruck scenery. It looks absolutely fantastic. I think you get the city included as well. Look at that river, how tempting! Cockpit was designed by BMW.
50,
It does look
40,
very BMW-esque, to be fair.
20, 10.
Thanks a lot to Derek McCord for the dollar donation. Very, very kind of you. I mean, this is... I'm thinking this... I guess all this scenery is included with ORBX. Ooh, it must be a lake. Surely a river's a little bit daring. I mean, this... I just can't get enough of this sim right now. I mean, it's so wicked. It's so good. Right, I need a long stretch of river. I'm thinking this stretch here. Let's see what posh views they have for here too. That's loud. Vortex generators on the top, look. So cool. Ooh, that'll be a good one for landing. When it comes to handling, the light aircraft feel great. Really. They really do feel nice. 4,000 likes, outstanding. Right, anyway, I think this stretch of water is the one. There we go, guys. So this is the inaugural Fly Data Sim sea landing. Engine outside sounds like a lawnmower. It probably is a lawnmower engine, to be fair. I think a notch of flat. Oh, there is a bridge there. Well, let's land beyond the bridge. I think if we approach it around 60 knots, that's probably going to be okay. I mean, that looks like you're in a car. What a sensational machine. Go under it. I think that one's going to be a little tight. Yeah, that one ain't going to happen. Right, anyway, here we go. Oh, look at the little angle attack sensor. Yeah, that's cool. I just did that on purpose just to see the angle attack gauge work. That's such a cool thing. Right, anyway, here we go. I think we should do this externally. Actually, no, let's do it in here. I wonder if anyone's ever landed a seaplane here before. Right, here we go. Oh, it doesn't look the most flattest river. Oh my goodness, the river goes up! Interesting. Last time I checked, rivers don't do this. Ah, we're down. And it's a very elevated river, it would seem. Ah, yes, I don't think there's any water effects. Oh, whee! Oh, my days. Right. I've got a funny feeling it will be flowing a little quicker. I'm trying to slow down, but I fear as it's going downhill, we're going to struggle. I might have to do a little 180 here. Anyway, ooh, full right, can we make it? This is an interesting river. I'm full right, but with down. Let's go. How am I going to get... The next thing is, how am I going to take off again? So I guess in time we'll hopefully have some water effects. Look at this river. I got a funny feeling we'd be going in this direction right now. Brake pad's a bit wet, so the wrong way. I suppose you could drop the gear if you had to stop really quickly. Right, well, which way am I going to take off? Because I think we should go this way because it's downhill, and hopefully we'll be airborne before the bridge starts. That would be certainly the most amusing way of doing things. Right, let's see if we can get airborne and get back to Innsbruck here, and then we'll call it a day. Right, rudder's quite effective. I guess when you've got the the prop going over the rudder, it actually really works, a bit like a hovercraft. Right, let's go. Full power. Hopefully we'll have enough momentum before we get to the bridge. I mean, look at the forest here and all this, just absolutely sensational. Oh, whee! It's like the flume, the log flume. Yeah, we need a little bit more speed here. There we are. Oh, airborne.
Icon X-ray Golf Sierra, you are leaving my airspace frequency change approved.
Bye bye. Amazing. I mean, it's just so fun. Oh, that view, can't see where I'm going. Trees. I've got a habit of taking out trees in Innsbruck. Previous subscribers and members will know. Let's do a little. Yes. Wicked. What a fun aeroplane.
Icon X-ray Golf Sierra, did you hear my last transmission?
My goodness. Yes.
Innsbruck Tower Icon Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra.
Yeah, nice bit of scenery there. Really nice. Someone said you can find animals in the sim and stuff like that. I've not found any animals yet. Leaving my water space. I see what you said, did there, Petter. Polypixel, excited for PMDG next year? Absolutely, yes. We'll have to see what they make for us. I'll of course be purchasing this. Should we land without permission? What plane is that? It's called the Icon A5? Yes, Icon A5. I think it's like a kit plane or something like that, but it is a real aircraft. I'm really impressed with the performance of Microsoft Flight Sim 2020. If I was to load X-Plane 11 with my Innsbruck payware scenery in a complex aircraft, I'd be getting similar, if not less, FPS. There's a grass runway on the right, is there? Let's see it. Oh, in Innsbruck you're talking about? Not sure, I don't know. Bit high here. Let's descend. That kit plane is only $390,000. They're $500,000 minimum. Amazing craft. Yeah, maybe I won't be getting one. Wow, that's expensive. I mean, what a great toy, though. I mean, it looks like it's got great performance. I guess the range is pretty good. Okay, well, I'm idle a bit high here. Let's go. Trimming nose down. There we go. Good on the centre line, a bit high. In a light aircraft, you usually can approach a little steeper. But, you can get away with this in a commercial airliner. Oh gosh, I've got to drop the gear, haven't I? That was close. I mean, no, it wasn't. I completely remembered. Grass runway, is there? Where's the grass runway here? Probably somewhere else. I don't know. I'm very unfamiliar with Innsbruck. You know what? Let's see if we can mellow this down. The textures are phenomenal. So yeah, this is. I just wanted to highlight the scenery from ORBX anyway, as they very kindly let me use it today. Look at the angle of attack increasing as I bring the nose up, holding it off. Try and fly for as long as possible. There we go. Risking a tail strike. We're down in the Icon. What a fun little plane that is. And there we are. That was a nice way to end the stream, I think. I hope you guys really enjoyed that. Look, you can tip the thing over. Ooh. There we go. I think we'll bring it to a nice little stop on the runway. There we go. Right. Brakes are set. Fantastic. Let's well, I won't cut the engines here on the runway. We should probably taxi out and call it a day. But just a bit of fun. Wrong way 2001. Throw the anchor out. Amazing. Right, let's get back to the main menu. I think we'll pretty much call that a day. We're approaching midnight. I don't think there's many. Well, there's so many different things to do. By the time I've got it all set up as well, it'll be approaching. What is it now? Nearly 3 hours 20 minutes of being streamed. So it's been pretty fun. Awesome stuff then, guys. So yeah, that was another Microsoft Flight Simulator live stream. Hope you really enjoyed that. We've had what was it today? Well over 4,000 people watching again at one point, and a huge amount of new subscribers. So if you're new to the channel, welcome. I hope you enjoyed the first 2 flights, which is what the stream was about. So we demonstrated IFR there, first sector in the Cessna Caravan from London City to Leeds. That was great, and we did the kind of we flew the NDB procedural approach, and then the second flight from Salzburg to Innsbruck in the Beechcraft Baron in snowy IFR IMC conditions. That was really good fun. I hope I demonstrated what I do. Again, you must excuse the fact that I haven't flown a twin or a piston engine aircraft for over 10 years, so it's if you're flying both those types of aircraft and you see me skipping checklists, not managing the engines correctly, you know, please bear with me. You know, I'm more here to demonstrate the instrument part of the flying as opposed to actually flying those sort of aircraft. As soon as we get a high quality jetliner, like the Zibo Mod 737 or the PMGMG are making the 737, or I am led to believe, but I must keep my mouth shut as I am in conversation with some other things too, with some other developers. So hopefully I'll be able to showcase some other aircraft prior to release as well. But yeah, if you really enjoyed that video, don't forget to smash the thumbs up button, share it with your friends, don't forget to subscribe as well, as I am trying to stream whenever I get some spare time in the new Flight Simulator, demonstrating everything it has to offer. As I said, you can probably sense how excited I am flying this, despite the fact that I do this every day. But that's me, and I love Flight Simulator still. I always still will do. Anyway, guys, stay safe out there. Thank you very much as well to everyone that donated, subscribed, and especially to all my members for the continued support. Maybe something tomorrow evening. We don't have any plans yet, and I'm back to work on Saturday, but I do have a couple of standbys this week, so I might take some streams whilst I'm on standby. But if they do call me, I'll have to leave very quickly indeed. But that's the way it is. Guys, stay safe out there, and I'll see you all soon for another Flight Data Sim live stream. Bye bye for now.